Hey, there we go. Everything's fine. Hi everybody, it's Monday, it's stream time, and it's time for me to wreck my voice and play some more Aviary Attorney, where we get to be bird lawyers. Yeah. We finished the second case last week, and now we're on to case number 3. And that's going to be a long one, so we'll see. But yeah, I hope everyone is having a good Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend. Let's go to the thing. So I'm not going to load a previous day because we can just continue. But that's where we got to last time. We finished there. We've got this to go through. We've got this to go through, and then this and this. So yeah, we'll see how much we can get done today. Alright. Everything's fine. Yeah, I think everything is set up the way it's supposed to be. Yep. Full screen. Sounds good. Continue. Wait a minute. Who is this? Do I remember the July Revolution? Of course. How could I ever forget? The chanting, the violence, the smell of gunpowder, the 3 glorious days. I don't know who's saying that, so... Ooh! Ah! Wait, there are actual birds? Is this some kind of Pluto and Goofy situation? Whoa! Oh! La Revolution! He has been killed. Oh! Oh no! Wow. So I guess the revolution did actually happen then. Oh! I mean, it happened immediately after our case. That seems bad. Meanwhile, in Bird Paris. Act number 3, the Sleeping City. Oh no, keep still at work. Alright. Okay. Let's remember how this goes. I can't believe he's skipping work again. Top. I swear if I find that moping bird brain at Le Canard Joyeux. There he is. Ah, finally. Good morning, Falcon. Morning, Sparrow. No, wait, it's 2 in the afternoon. That means the official greeting is... Where the hell have you been, lazy bones? Ugh, it's far too early for this level of roasting. Past the Cabernet Sauvignon. No way, we've got important business to discuss and I can't do that if you're half drunk. Mon Dieu, give me a break. I haven't had a good night's sleep since the trial. Yeah, last time he got thrown in the Seine. And, and had to rush to the trial. Something on your mind? Actually, yes, it was what that wolf judge said. About a revolution. Shh, that guy was off his rocker. And besides, if we were worried about every potential French revolution, we would never get any work done at all. Am I right? Dot. Yeah, maybe you're right. Worrying doesn't do us any good. Tell me about the important business you wanted to discuss. Oh yeah, the business. A letter. This one's from the Paris Police Department. Fancy wax seal and everything. That is indeed a fancy seal. Well, go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honours. Alright. Monsieur Falcon, meet me on the rooftop cafe opposite the Place de Bastille. I have a proposal. Regards, Inspector Valerti. Ooh, him. That's it, Altus. Letter has been added to evidence folder. A proposal from the inspector. Interesting. Do you have any idea what sort of proposal he has in mind? Not a clue. So, are we going to meet him and find out? I think we want to. Might as well. I don't know what sort of proposal the inspector has in mind, but we would be foolish to reject it without even hearing him out. Grab your coat. Alright, no dilly-dallying. I like it. Oh, before I forget. I need to drop by the hospital at some point. What did you eat this time? No, it's not like that. Well, not entirely. I need to pay for the bill for my last visit. Oh, that's reasonable. Sure, we can pay a visit, but the inspector's call should take priority, I think. Alright, so... I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I actually don't get to choose. I just have to go straight to the Place de la Bastille. Let's go. One sec. Excuse me. It's far too cold to be meeting on a rooftop cafe. Why couldn't the inspector have chosen a comfier location? Who knows? Maybe the inspector likes the view because it reminds him of his days guarding the old Bastille under the Ancien Regime. What, you think the inspector worked here during the Ancient Regime? Do you think that's how he got his war wounds? It was a joke, Sparrison. I'm pretty sure the inspector isn't that old. Oh no. Well. Severin, what are you doing here? Settle down, JJ. Just like you, I was invited here by the inspector. What could he want with all three of us? It's hardly unusual for lawyers and police of France to collaborate. The inspector probably has a big investigative role that requires all hands on deck. A big investigative role? Sounds juicy. Oh, by the by, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus? No, what? He escaped from prison before we could even try him. Rumour has it that the wolf bribed his jailkeeper and then fled for the hills. Is it an early start? So? It's 6. It's the normal time on a Monday. Unless, don't tell me. This is a normal time. What do you mean? No, that's normal time. Now I'm confused. Help. 6 till 9. That's what I always do. I'm so confused what's happening. Yeah, Monday is earlier than usual. Okay, good. Everything's fine. Okay, good. I was worried that I missed some kind of early daylight savings. Like, no, that's not right. Anyway, so he escaped justice. For now, but don't fret. Nobody manages to escape the long arm of the law forever. Speaking of which... Oh, right. This guy was Solid Snake. Good. You're all here. Excuse me, Monsieur Inspector Volerti, sir. Falcon and I were wondering, did you get your injuries while defending the old Bastille prison? Don't drag me into this, you fool. I was joking. You impudent whelps. I'm not that old. I sustained these injuries when in the July Revolution, 18 years ago. Oh, okay. So that's the thing we saw at the beginning, not the... Right. Okay. I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. The air was thick with gunpowder and blood. Colonel! Oh great, now you've set him off. We were given the order to charge at the rebel barricade. My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Metal Gear. Suddenly, boom! Without warning, a gunpowder keg exploded. My comrades were dead. I was heavily wounded. That's when I looked up and saw a looming figure standing between the gargoyles of Notre Dame. It was the Viridian Killer himself. This is a fascinating story, Inspector, but perhaps you could tell us why we're here. Oh, right, of course, why we're here. What I'm about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential. You understand? It's a matter of national security. As you probably heard, France is under threat from a certain heinous group. Skull's Parasite Unit. Terrorist revolutionaries or hipsters? Yeah, France is under threat from hipsters. Hey, Renico, and Splash, and Soso, and Romagoro. Hey, everybody. Hipsters. It's true, the other day I was called a pop-loving pleb for enjoying Chopin. Now's not the time for joking, you two. The inspector's obviously talking about the growing rumors of an uprising. Correct. A rebellion is coming. Indeed, rebels, there's a storm brewing in the shadows of Paris. We, the Paris Police Department, have known about it for months. No, years. Oh, and Chrono 2X today as well. Hello! In every tavern and on every street corner, people talk of organizing protests and overthrowing the government. Revolution! Second floor basement. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed and newspapers to be censored, but the whispers of dissent remain. No surprise there. If you take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they will just get even angrier. Indeed, and that's why it's paramount that we find and strike at the heart of the rebel group as soon as possible. For that, I need your help. What exactly do you want us to do? Interview citizens, scout locations, Find the secret rebel meeting location that has escaped the eyes of the police. Do we have any leads? Just one. We know that the rebels were having weapons supplied to them by a crooked merchant, who is only referred to as the... crooked merchant who is only referred to as the Croque Monsieur. Like a sandwich. What? The Croque Monsieur is a hot sandwich, cheese, ham, and a little bechamel. Throw on some peppers and if it's Friday night. This has nothing to do with sandwiches. Croque Monsieur is the alias of an accomplished and notoriously dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know. That's everything. That's all you have to demonstrate after years of tracking. Naturally, as public prosecutor, it is my duty to help the police with their investigative work. I would be honored to lend any and all assistance. Suck up. That's very good to hear, Monsieur Cocorico. But what about you, Falcon? Well, to be honest, Inspector, I don't quite understand why you're asking me. I'm a private defense attorney. I work for citizens who get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't quite my forte. You want to know why I'm asking you? Look around you, Falcon. We are surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves, the jailers are thieving ravens, and the National Guard is sitting ducks. Merrill, look at the slackers and dullards who supposedly protect and serve this country. Nobody cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display of the previous trials. Those are the results I produced with imbeciles to assist me. Oh, so it's not your fault. Okay. You three, you care. Falcon, I saw you defending Dame Cataline and Prince Juan. I heard of your escapades around the city, frantically collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last month than I've ever seen any policeman do in a year. ... Not including myself, of course. But Dame Cataline, it doesn't matter. You have passion and conviction, and you aren't a total bird brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if that is not in your job description. So what do you say? Do you want to sit around in your office twiddling your thumbs up until another pointless job offer falls into your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity to do something great and help us track down animals who wish to harm our glorious nation? Could you please stop talking? This hurts. Why did I make him solid snake? Excuse me. I mean, I kind of want to do thanks but no thanks, but we should probably help him out. Fine. I would be honored to help my country, Inspector. Consider us on board. Excellent. Just what I wanted to hear. I had no idea you were such a patriot, JJ. For France! There's nothing wrong with a little national pride. Yeah, pride is fine and all, but do we get any compensation for this? Of course. Here's 50 francs. You will receive another 50 upon the completion of your work. I can give you 50 now, and another 50 when we get to Paris. 50 francs? Pff, we're being undersold. Hush, Sparrowson, this is a great opportunity. I don't want to keep you any longer than necessary. You already have all the key facts of this investigation. Find the elusive Croque Monsieur. Find where the rebels are congregating. These are your two tasks. I will check up on your progress in 3 weeks' time. See what you can accomplish by then. I'll be doing my own independent investigation into the rebel group, JJ, so I suppose this is a competition of sorts. ... Try to keep up with me. Don't make me laugh, Severin. I'll have all the rebel leaders behind bars before you even have your first suspect. Commander, find those rebels. Tear this ship apart. Come on, Saracen, we have a Croque Monsieur to hunt. Okay, let's go. Oh. I knew a little competition would kick those bird brains into gear. Well, Inspector, this has been a productive meeting. I should probably start my investigation into the Croque Monsieur too. Not so fast, Kakariko. There is something else we need to discuss. What? No! Okay. Oh, jeez. We have so many places to go. Oh, wow. Alright. We can go, like, anywhere. But they all take one day. But we have 3 weeks to solve the case. Or to do some detective work. I think why don't we go to... We can start off with R&M Associates. We'll go to the detectives. Or the... we'll go to the Fox. See what he knows. Well, well, this is most unexpected. Monsieur Falcon. Monsieur Sparrowson, I believe this is our first time meeting without disguise or pretenses, as it were. Oh, but first things first. Mousy, would you kindly fetch our guest some tea? Oh, of course, Monsieur Vulpes, of course. Messieurs, what sort of tea would you like? Chamomile, Darjeeling, maybe? Coffee? Okay. I probably, yeah, coffee. I don't suppose you have any coffee, do you? Heresy! Now, Mousy, if our guests prefer coffee to tea, that's not for us to judge. I suppose I'd be wanting milk and sugar too. Oh yes, 3 spoonfuls would be lovely. You have no taste at all. I apologise for Mousy, he's quite opinionated when it comes to matters of hot drinks. Can't blame him, it's an important issue. Let's get down to business. What is it that you two came here for? We just have a couple of questions. Have you ever heard of a person called the Croque Monsieur? And no, we aren't talking about a sandwich, unfortunately. The Croque Monsieur? Are you referring to the black market salesman, the man who claims to be able to procure anything, no matter how illegal? Yes, that sounds exactly like the person we're looking for. Do you know him? Me, personally? No, monsieur. I just know of his vile reputation. I see. Then, do you have any idea how we can find him? Meeting the Croque Monsieur face to face is not easy. The man doesn't make himself known to just anybody, after all. I know, I shall do a little investigative work of my own. Come back in 3 days and I will tell you where and when you can find the Croque Monsieur. That's an enormous help. Thank you so much, Monsieur Vulpes. Of course, there is a price. A price? It is just a small fee, a mere 30 francs. Hey, we saved your derriere over that Prince Juan business. Is this any way to show your gratitude? Monsieur Vulpes, you must understand that this is no personal errand. We are investigating on behalf of king and country. I'm sure your intentions are noble, Monsieur Falcon, but I am running a business here. A fox has to eat. 30 francs and I guarantee I will find you the Croque Monsieur. That's my final offer. What do you say? Oh, we have 135 francs though, so I think we can spare the money. I say we pay him. Excuse me. I say we pay the money. We've got 135 francs. We can afford it. Here you go, monsieur. Very good. As I promised, return in 3 days or later, and I will tell you where the Croque Monsieur can be found. Rest assured that I will undertake my end of the bargain with care and diligence. I expect nothing less. Thank you, Monsieur Vulpes. It is my pleasure. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Rumours of an uprising. Monsieur Vulpes, have you heard any rumours of an uprising? Of course, these days a man can't walk into a tavern without hearing angry men whispering about violence and revolt. I dare say that Paris may find itself in the midst of yet another revolution before the end of winter. But what can you tell us about the dissenters specifically? Do you know where they are meeting? I'm afraid I only know what you read in the papers, monsieur. I know that anti-government protesters were meeting out in the open until the government clamped down on large public banquets. With the banquets gone, who knows where the dissenters went? I see. Perhaps I can assist you with something else? No, that's all. I appreciate it, Romagora. It's because there was a lot of dialogue from Inspector Valerti, who I decided to do a solid snake because I didn't think he would show up much. Clearly that was wrong, and I have made a huge mistake. But I'm sticking with it. That's all. Have a pleasant day, Monsieur Vulpes. And to you, messieurs. Alright, see, I knew that was a good idea coming here. Tea's ready, Monsieur Vulpes, it's ready! I'm afraid you're too slow, merci. Oh, bother. Alright, so if we come back in 3 days, he might be able to tell us. Perfect. See, I figured that was a good place to go. Let's try next. Let's try the pub. That's where conspirators tend to meet, right? At the pub. It sounds about right to me. No, no drinking, bad falcon. Calm down, Sparrowson. I'm just here for information. Taverns are the first place people go to moan about the government. Therefore, they are perfect rebel breeding grounds. See? Exactly. Oh, that makes sense. Ah, it's you two! What it be? Hey, wine or beer? I'm afraid it's just questions for now, Madame Cornell. We're looking for a man called the Croque Monsieur. Have you seen him? No, that name doesn't sound familiar at all. Okay, have you heard of any of your patrons bad-mouthing the government? Of course, this is a tavern, hun. If people couldn't come here to grow... I'm not sure if that's a typo, but I was expecting that to read gripe, but okay. If people couldn't come here to gripe and talk politics, where else could they go? That's true, but has anyone stood out? Wow! Just between you and me, the pair that they're drinking for have been acting very shifty. Now, I'm not saying they are rebels, but they're doing far too much talking and not enough drinking, if you know what I mean. I think I do. Thank you, madame. Let's see where to go. That's just go play cards, so to the drinking room. That's when the mademoiselle told me to put the order in. Now I do wish she'd go and keep them, though. Pierre, you never hate being called mademoiselle. You're going to get stuck with the guard duty again. Oh, right you are. Madame it is then. Wait, she ain't married, is she? What do we have to call her, madame? Why don't you ask her yourself? No way, shoot straight up, eat me alive if I ask that directly. Wait, hush up, you smell that? It smells like eavesdroppers. Can I help you, messieurs? What were you two just talking about before we rudely interrupted? Well, I would like to include you in our conversation, but to be perfectly honest, I don't think I said it was your business. Oh! Do we push this a bit further? Be like, we want to join the rebels? I get the feeling that might backfire. I'm just gonna have some. Join the rebellion, they get the cool starfighters. It's true. I mean, this is the best way to find out information about the rebellion, right? As a matter of fact, it is our business. You see, we want to fight alongside the rebels. We do? Listen here, you. Hold on, Pierrot. Let me handle this. Listen, messieurs, I've seen you two around a couple of times. We're acquaintances, I suppose. Now, I don't know who you are, but I do know that your line of work involves a fair amount of investigation. Therefore, I must assume you're some sort of detective or prosecutor. Am I far off the mark? ... Well, as I thought. Now, I don't claim to be part of any secret rebel alliance. I have never heard of such a thing. Before I will remember any such hypothetical group, I would not allow the entry of a man of the law like yourself. Understood? Damn, that's a solid shutdown. Yeah, I'll try asking something else. Monsieur, have you heard of the man called... Falcon, wait! There's a slight chance these guys might be rebels, right? So if we ask directly, they might be scared off. Good point. I'll try to keep it subtle. The croque monsieur, tell me everything! Wait. Monsieur, I see you're carrying a rifle. Evidently. Who manufactured it? Ah, good question. See most hunters around here carrying old French Charlevilles, but this beauty is something special. See, it's American, from the Springfield Armory, model 1812, percussion lock firing mechanism. An American musket, you say? That's certainly quite special. It must have been hard to procure. It's true that you can't buy guns of this quality from standard street sellers, but do you know the right people? Please, go on. Well... Okay, listen carefully. You didn't hear it from me, but to meet the croque monsieur... Actually, it'd be foolish for me to explain in public. It'd be much easier if you just take this. The Book of Judges? What is this, some sort of law book? The book's subject is not important. Just take it. Oh, I see. It's the Book of Judges from the Bible. Old Testament stories of God smiting people and stuff. I appreciate the gift, monsieur, but I'm not religious. Nor am I. Then why are you... Just take it, you idiot! Bible books are what we used to pass around them code phrases, don't we? Code phrases? Hero, please, I'm trying to be low-key. I can't do that if you're mouthing off with that big beak of yours. Right, Try to forget what my friend said. Just... with a little searching, and with the contents of that good book, you should be able to get what you desire. Is that a religious metaphor? No, monsieur, I'm being very literal. Book of Judges has been added to your evidence folder. Well, thank you very much for the gift, monsieur, but to be honest, I have no idea how this is supposed to lead me to a gun salesman. Ah, I see. Well, I hear there's an excellent friar who performs Bible readings at Notre Dame Cathedral. Perhaps if you show the man your book, he'll be able to find you a particularly spiritual passage. Are you sure this isn't a religious metaphor? I feel like you're trying to convert me. I assure you that I'm as secular as they come, monsieur. Friar at Notre Dame Cathedral. Thank you, monsieur. I'll make a note. Was there something else that you wanted? Nope. Don't even get a chance. Thank you for your assistance, messieurs. It's nothing. Get out of here already. You two seem like decent fellows. You shouldn't get involved in this rebellion business. Just do whatever you need to do with the croque monsieur and get out of Paris. That's what a smart person would do. I appreciate the advice, monsieur, but you see, I am not smart. Alright, out of here. Ready to hit the road? Let's go. Yep, let's make a move. Alright, so Notre Dame Cathedral. Oh. Oh, that's, this is a cinematic scene. Let's watch that. What a view! As you can see the July column so clearly from up here. Ah, Cocorico, you're already here. You have news about the croque monsieur, or is this about the other matter? Here you go, as requested, the full register of those who entered Paris Law School and the full list of graduates. Very good, let's take a look. Now, could you please tell me what this is about, Inspector? What exactly are you looking for? Look at this list of graduates. Do you see any names you recognize? Well, I see my own, class of 1837, and I see that moronic prosecutor Rupert Rabington under the class of 1846. Oh, and there's J.J. Falcon's name under the class of 1832. Very good. Now take a look at this registered page from 1829. See anything amiss? Well, I don't see J.J.'s name, but I'm not quite sure what that implies, Inspector. The explanation is simple. J.J. Falcon changed his name sometime between 1829 and 1832, right around the time of the July Revolution. And why would he do that? Why, indeed. Monsieur Cocorico, you and I are roosters. We are birds of justice, birds of French national pride. But Falcon, he is a bird of prey, and it is in his very nature to drop his talons and lash out at those around him. I have no doubt that when pressure rises, he will show his true colors. I'm not sure if I agree with your personality assessment, Inspector. I have always suspected that JJ was a buffoon, an imbecile, and a troglodyte. Damn. But never would I describe him as a person of malice. Time will tell. Do you need me for anything else, Inspector, or shall I continue my investigation into the croque-monsieur? There is one more thing. Take this. A pistol? No, thank you, Inspector. These are dangerous times. If you face a violent threat, you cannot hope to defend yourself with that riding crop of yours. I'm well aware. I just find these ghastly things tend to escalate situations rather than mitigate them. I mean, he's not wrong. That's what everyone says during peacetime. Take it. Thank me when it saves your hide. Fine, I'll keep hold of it. Well, Monsieur Cocorico, you have been most helpful. I'm just doing my duty. Good day, Inspector. Whoosh! So that happened. So I can go to Notre Dame. So if I go to Notre Dame, then I can get the Bible thing, and yeah, let's do that. That seems like our best bet. Let's do that. We seem to be on a good line here. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the grand atrium of Notre Dame Cathedral. Scaffolding lines much of the crumbling outer wall. Unperturbed, a handful of devotees are silently kneeled in thought. Here for a little prayer, are we, Falcon? I had no idea you were the religious type. Don't be silly, I'm following up on Fontaine's lead. We must find our mystery friar. Do you think it's that hunched over fellow over there? I bet it's him. He looks super suspicious. It could be. Let's show some tact. Excuse me, Mr. Friar! Do you know what tact is, Sparrowson? Oh. Frere Remus! Oh, that's good. Welcome, my brothers. Welcome. All are welcome under the roof of the house of God. Are you here to confess your sins? Or perhaps you wish to join in our services? Actually, Friar, we're here because... Falcon! That friar. He looks eerily familiar. Now that you mention it, he does look a little like the guy who delivers our post, doesn't he? What? No, that's not what I meant. And how does he look anything like our postman? Am I going mad? Your friend appears to be upset. Don't mind him. He's just in a huff because he thinks you look like this judge we once met. Excuse me. Ah. Oh, right. They're just coming out with it. That's good. Judge Romulus. I get that all the time. I'm his twin brother, you see. Oh, good. I'm not going mad. Friar, what would you say that you had a good relationship with Romulus? We were close, but as you may have heard, he got in trouble with the law recently. I haven't seen him in weeks. I see. I didn't mean to pry. It's no trouble. But tell me, why are you here, my brothers? Oh, right. We have a couple of questions. What's with all the scaffolding? Is some sort of construction work going on? That's right, a little repair, a little renovation. It's no secret that the cathedral has seen better days. The cult of reason did a lot of damage back in the days of the Revolution. But now we're well on our way to restoring this holy place to its former glory. The cult of reason, the religion of Christianity. Hey Falcon, what's the difference between a religion and a cult? Don't be rude, Sparrowson. Ah, don't worry, my brother. I understand how it is. To a young person, all ideologies look like gobbledygook and give different packaging, don't they? Pretty much. Then maybe you'll come to learn the differences as you grow up. I promise some ideologies are worth following to the very end. But let's not talk any more about cults and ideologies. Do you want anything else? Have a look at this. Friar, we have something that we would like to show you. It is this book. Could you take a look at this? We heard that you could give special passage readings. Ah, I see. You have your own copy of the Book of Judges. I think you will find chapter 15, verse 2 to be particularly enlightening. Let's see. Chapter 15, verse 2. This chapter follows the journey of Samson, the heroic judge with divine strength. In this part of the scripture, Samson is confronted by the men who are angered by Samson's notion of justice. Please, could you read the passage? Okay, 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock Etam. They said to Samson, Knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us? And Samson said unto them, As they did unto me, so I have done unto them. As they did unto me, so I have done unto them. A beautiful sentence, wouldn't you agree? Is that poetic or barbaric? I guess if we want to get somewhere, we should probably say it's poetic. Yeah. It's a bit of, yeah, I can see, yeah, I see what you mean, Rumgor. It is kind of both, really. It is actually a bit of both. We'll go with poetic for now, though, because that might get us somewhere. It's poetic, a beautiful summation of justice. You understand the passage. That's delightful to hear. Yes, Samson was a great judge. Not a judge of today who sits on a high chair and files endless paperwork, but an old judge, a holy judge, a shofet? I think that's right. Shofets were to be admired and feared. They made their own judgments and dispensed their own punishments. Oh, so it's like Judge Dredd. Samson was Judge Dredd, is what you're saying. He had great hair, though, so it's more like Judge Dredd locks. Excuse me. I am the law. Okay. Oh, right. The problem is I should be playing Aviary Attorney. I think I set that up right. Let me check. Okay, let me do this. Let me do this again. Because it's not in the database, which is the annoying part. One second. I'm going to see if I can get this to work again. No. Okay. Right, let's update it. Yeah. Well, it's not in the Twitch database, sadly. So I don't know if they can. You do a game overall? Is that a thing that override you can do in Legbot? Might be worth doing, actually. Alright, okay. I'm starting to ramble, aren't I? Okay, let's get back to the point. The key word of the day is Etam. That's the name of the cave where Samson hid, the Rock of Etam. Etam, got it. I'll make a note. It's like a backwards mate, but I'm confused. What do we do with this keyword? That is for you to learn on your own, my brothers. You appear to be intelligent. I am sure that if you put your faith in the right people, you can uncover the truth. We'll see what we can do. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Perhaps you wish to make a confession? No, I think we're done here. Thank you for your time, Friar. Go in peace, my brothers. And we're off. So now we can go back to see, what's his face? Pardon me. So let's head back there, because he should have something for us now. Monsieur Volps, you've managed to dig up some good information, I trust? There is good news and there is bad news. Bad news first. Hit me with the bad news first. The Croque Monsieur refuses to speak with anyone who does not know a secret password. Aha! I'm afraid I was unable to procure that particular password. I see, that is a problem. So what's the good news? If you want to meet the croque-monsieur anyway, I've learned that he lurks around the Rue des Marmosettes on Friday evenings. The Rue des Marmosettes? Oh, the Monkey Road by Notre Dame. That's easy enough to get to. I apologize that I could not be of more help. It's no problem at all, monsieur. You've given us a fantastic lead. Rue des Marmosettes on Friday. I'll be there. And I think we know what the password is. We do? Falcon, you were just there. Come on, Falcon, don't be a bird brain. I shan't delay you too any longer. I'm sure you have a lot of investigative work to do. That we do. Thanks for all the help, Monsieur Vulpes. So, I think we just like nailed that. Just like while he's looking for where to find him, we go and find the password. But we have to be there on Friday. Okay, so it's currently Sunday. Okay, so it's on the Friday that we. Okay, so we can go a few other places in the meantime. Where should we go next? We can go to the. maybe we can go to the library, or the. I'm not sure where to go now. Yeah, let's go to the library. We basically have time to kill until Friday, so we can try a few different places. Time to hit the books, am I right? If you're looking for a croque-monsieur recipes, I guess it would be in the cooking section. We aren't here for recipes, Farrison. This librarian fellow seems pretty intelligent. If there's something we've overlooked, he would know. Would you mind lowering your voices? You're disturbing me during my daily crossword. Oh, I should have known it was the two harlequins. It's good to see you too, monsieur. We have some questions. Of course you do. Fine, let's get this over with so I can get back to my puzzle. Have you ever heard of the croque-monsieur? The sandwich? Of course I've heard of it. No, I mean a person with that name. No, that doesn't ring any bells. I'm familiar with the Earl of Sandwich, if that is any help. Wait, you can become an Earl of Food now. I'm in the wrong profession. Never mind, we'll try something else. What can you tell us about an uprising? An uprising? Would you care to be more specific? A Paris uprising. You two cannot be serious. You want me to talk about every rebellion, revolution, and revolt that Paris has ever been through? We would be here all night. What about an uprising that hasn't happened yet? A future uprising. I read the newspapers, messieurs. The government tries to strangle the media, but the truth shines through the gaps of censorship. The citizens' contempt for our current leaders is blatant. A future revolt is a very real possibility. That's all I know. I see. Let's try asking something. Okay, so this place was a bust. I'm barking up the wrong tree. Thank you for your time anyway, monsieur. I bid you good day. Alright, so that place was a bust. Where next? Let's try the Palais de Justice. Oh, that's the old judge. Ah, Judge Maxime. Oh, hello, Monsieur Falcon and Bluebloodton. Sparrowson. I'm trying to remember. I think that was his voice. Right, Sparrowson. Your Honour, we heard that you had an accident with a flight of stairs. It's good to see that you're back on your feet. A flight of stairs? No, I was actually assaulted, if you can believe that. I can believe that. I was just standing by the Seine, minding my own business, and the next thing I know, I was on a riverbank 100 kilometres downstream. That sounds a little familiar. When I awoke, I had a mild case of amnesia. I thought I was an Oh, Christ, how do you pronounce that? Axolotl with accountant. It took 2 weeks for me to retain full mental health. In any case, Your Honour, it's good to see you back and healthy. Would you mind if we ran a couple of questions by you as part of an investigation we're running? By all means, ask away, monsieur. Axolotl, that's it. I've forgotten that. Judge Maxime, have you heard any rumours about an uprising? Of course, tons. You have no idea how many criminals round about bringing down the government. You know, I was the one in charge of prosecuting behind the June days uprising of '32. That was some messy legal work. Oh, the line was an axolotl accountant. I think which is a play on Aviary Attorney. Oh. What about recently? Have you heard anyone talk of anything specific? Well, I'm not a judge for the case, but I hear that imposter Judge Romulus had some very strange things to say. Cults, anarchy, fire and gunpowder. The man is not mentally stable. We knew that, but damn it, we knew that much already. Judge Maxime, have you ever heard of a person called the Croque Monsieur? You're referring to the arms dealer, aren't you? Yes. Have you ever convicted him? No, the man is notoriously unfindable and uncatchable. I don't think anyone working in law enforcement has so much as seen his face. That's crazy. Well, there's no reason why we can't be the first to stop him, right, Falcon? That's all. Thank you for your time, Your Honor. Any time is yours. Okay, so nothing else happened there. I think now we're just killing time until the Friday. Let us try the conciergerie. Why do we come here, Falcon? We don't have a client to defend. I had a thought. If we want to find criminals, then we should probably talk to the person who deals with them every day. Oh, I get it. You're looking for Quark, that pesky jailer. Where is he? Could be his day off. Maybe we should come back another time. Seriously? That's just nothing? He's not there? Maybe he's a revolutionary. Wait, we went there on the one day that was his day off. Oh, right, we should go pay the bill. There he is, Sparrowson. Go ahead, say what you need to say. Excuse me, Dr. Fowrit. Oh, crap, what was his voice? I just wanted to thank you all for, giving me an antidote. Oh, sorry, damn it. That's still Sparrowson. I just wanted to thank you for, giving me an antidote and making me well and stuff. It's no trouble at all, Sparrowson, was it? Of course there is a small matter of the debt. Was it German? I think. Right. Let's see. 1 hospital bed, 1 dose of specialized antidote, expert medical care from the attending physician. The total comes to 500 francs. Falcon, can I get advance on this month's pay and next month's? And then maybe the month's after's? Calm down, Sparrowson. I'm sure the doctor's a reasonable man. He will surely allow you to pay in installments. Of course. Oh, thank goodness. With my current wages, I should be able to fully pay off the debt by the 20th century. Hey, your pay isn't that bad. Now, there's no need for quibbling. I have a suggestion. You messieurs are lawyers, yes? If you could do some pro bono work for me, I may be able to knock the bill down a little. Maybe to say 100 francs. Oh, that sounds much more manageable. What kind of legal work do you have in mind? Debt collection. No. Sorry, Dr. but we don't have time to be playing hide muscle shenanigans. We're actually in the middle of a very important investigation. Falcon, please! I don't want to spend my whole life paying the price for eating a bad chocolate wrapper. I see the good doctor out. Alright. As a man I treated for a small injury a couple of years ago, he has been evading my attempts at collecting on his bill ever since. I wouldn't normally pursue medical bills so aggressively, but I know that the man is a successful inventor. He can easily afford to front the bill. I would greatly appreciate it if you would pay him a visit and strong-arm him into loosening his purse strings. Well, I'm not making any promises, but maybe we can swing by the inventor's house if we have a free minute. Thanks, Falcon. And thank you too, Doctor. We will dedicate every waking moment to collecting this debt. Wait, I didn't agree to that. Every waking moment. It's the Thursday. Well, we might as well go there. And yeah, might as well go there. Might as well. Oh, Gustav. Come in! Are you Monsieur Gustave Trouvé? I am, and you are? Debt collectors, cough up, scumbag! Lawyers, we're lawyers sent on behalf of Dr. Fulrett. We're here to collect a debt that you owe. It's time to pay up, monsieur. Oh, mon Dieu, I completely forgot about that. Hurry! Listen, I would be happy to pay, but it looks like I don't quite have enough money on hand. What to do? What to do? I know! I have a brand new invention that will totally blow the doctor's socks off. It's a device that will completely revolutionize the surgical field. I imagine that the doctor would prefer hard cash over some gadget. No, trust me, this baby will easily be worth 10,000, no 100,000 francs. The doctor will love it. Oh, alright then, hand the device over and I'll pass it along to Dr. Fulrett straight away. Well, it's not that simple. The device isn't finished yet. It's not finished? I know exactly what needs to be done, but I am missing some crucial parts. Perhaps if you had time to spare, you could help me out. Run out and collect what I need. What? No, monsieur, that's absurd. If you have some shopping to do, then you should do it yourself. Falcon, please help the man. I can't spend the rest of my life in debt. Alright, no need to get all panicky. We'll hear the man out at least. Great, I'll take notes. What is it that you need, monsieur? Oh, let's see, I need a copper pot. A pot? As in, like a saucepan? What on earth for? It's a necessary component of my invention. I can use it to build a portable electric battery. You see, when a zinc rod is suspended in sulfuric acid, accompanied by a copper surface, a current is generated. Save me your scientific mumbo-jumbo. One metal pot should be trivial to acquire. One copper pot. Oh, the copper pot is important. Okay, one copper pot. I wonder where we could find one of those. I've seen copper kettles at Le Hall's Market, although those things aren't too cheap. I can't help but feel I saw a copper pot somewhere else. What else? String! High-grade string, not to bind some components of the device together. Seems simple enough. I imagine Le Hall's Market would have that in abundance. Can we really afford to blow our whole budget on the market, Falcon? Surely there's a cheaper way to acquire string. Look, I have a loose thread on my jacket. Take it. The string must be high quality then, monsieur. I need something that's fishing line grade. Oh, I see. Is there anything else that you wanted, monsieur? Some books, confectionaries, alcohol, groceries, perhaps? No, that's everything. Alright, I've got it written down. Shopping list. I feel a little conned. We came here to collect on a debt and left with a shopping list. We're going to follow through and get Monsieur Trouvé's items, right? We'll see. Okay. So it is now Friday. So screw all of that. We're going to the Rue des Marmosettes. It's time to crack the case. Wow. 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 Please let that actually be the... Oh. That's... Oh, wow. I need a second here. It must be... Excuse me, monsieur. What sort of voice? He looks shifty. I don't recognize you, I don't recognize... Ah, he's got... I don't recognize you fellas. What's the password? The password? Etam. Oh, I took you fellas for bird-brain cops, but you actually know the secret password. So what do you want? Well, let's start with introductions. You are the Croc, monsieur. Are you not? That's the Croc, monsieur, to you. Mon Dieu, people always get the pronunciation wrong. I'm not really hearing the difference. In any case, Monsieur Croc, monsieur, my name is... Don't tell me, you idiot. Bringing up names can mess up an entire meeting. Why do you think I use an alias? Just tell me what you want. Drugs, guns, explosives, slaves. Come on, I don't have all day. Well, to be honest, what I really want is... Oh, okay. Information. Oh, excuse me. We might as well... A fancy gun. A cheap gun, I want to buy a lot of them. Or information. Buy a gun to butter him up. You're probably right. Ah, I don't know. Yeah, if I ask him for info, he'll ask me to leave, so... let's go for fancy gun. Or... yeah, cheap gun, actually, yeah. Let's say that, hypothetically, I wanted 100 pistols for as low a price as possible. Ah, you're starting a revolution, are you? Seems everyone is doing that these days. Take a look at this. It's a standard 1777 flintlock pistol. They've been churning these things out since the old revolution, so we've got buckets of them. They're good weapons, but nobody wants them because flintlocks are so 18th century, you know. Yeah, I know. I normally sell these at 40 francs a piece, but since you're buying in bulk, let's say 30 francs each. So if my math's correct, that's 3,000 francs for 100 of them. Do you want to pay now or what? To be honest, I don't really have that kind of cash ready to hand over right here and now. That's quite alright, we can do installments. How does 50 francs a month at 10,000% APR sound? Well. Saint Merida, it's the fuzz! Cheese it! Wait, Monsieur Croc, monsieur, come back! Never fear, Falcon, I'll tail the dastardly fellow! Sparrowson, wait! Don't get too close, Sparrowson, that crocodile's got a gun! What's all this ruckus? Playing cops and robbers, are we, JJ? Are you blind, Severin? That was the Croc, monsieur. We were on the crux of extracting some vital information about the rebels, but your smug entrance just ruined everything. That was the Croc, monsieur. I never would have guessed. You don't sound very concerned. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm quite impressed that you managed to track down such an elusive criminal. But I have something much more pressing that I need to discuss with you. More pressing than finding the rebels. Perhaps. JJ, I want you to answer this question sincerely and honestly. Do you go by a different name prior to enrolling at Paris Law School? What? What does that have to do with the rebel investigation? Or to do with anything, for that matter? I would appreciate it if you just answered the question, JJ. I need to hear it from your own beak. Have you ever gone by a different name? Ooh. Do we want to be honest? Do we want to fess up? I mean, I kind of want to know. I mean, we're not privy to any extra information, so I kind of want to find out. Although I wonder if we say yes, he'll give like a fake name. Let's say yes. Let's be honest, yeah. Be honest so you can start down the romance chain. Is that how this works? I don't deny it, a man has a right to change his name. Indeed, a man does have that right, but why would a man do such a thing? I don't appreciate your accusatory tone. You sound just like Inspector Valerti. Wait, that's it, isn't it? The inspector ordered you to dig up some dirt on me, didn't he? Answer me, Severin. What is going on? What did Inspector Volerti say? Man, that croc can run. It appears that you two are making solid progress with investigation into the rebel group. I'll be sure to let that inspector know. Where are you going? We haven't finished our discussion, Severin. We have. I've learned what I came here to find out. Good day, JJ. Good day, Sparrowson. What? What? What was that all about? It doesn't matter. Severin's just poking his beak where it doesn't belong. Nosy blighter. So tell me about your little adventure, Sparrowson. You lost the croque monsieur, I take it? Yeah. He looks like a stumpy reptile. But he ran like a gazelle. I lost him in no time at all. I see. Well, with the croque monsieur's lead gone, our investigation has reached a dead end. Not entirely. He dropped something during the chase. He dropped something? What exactly? I'll show you. Follow me. I think you need to do more exercise, Sparrowson. Don't judge me. Ow. 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 Mon Dieu, what is it now? Muscle cramp? No, my foot's hurting. I think I got something in my shoe. Well, grit your beak and bear it. This is around where you saw the crocodile drop something, right? Yeah, somewhere around here. Let's put on investigation hats and find whatever it is. Oh, okay. Nose bar. All animals are welcome. Except mosquitoes. You bloodsuckers can go get your fix someplace else. Now feels pretty strongly about mosquitoes, huh? Well, he has a point. I'm not saying all mosquitoes are bloodsuckers, but wow, Falcon, keep it classy. I'm just stating facts. Falcon, don't do this, man. Don't be that guy. Oh, Falcon. Don't be that guy. Or bird. An empty cart. Somebody has scrawled the word Descartes on it. The owner's name, perhaps? I don't think so, Falcon. See the graffiti on the wall behind you? There's wall. Some fuck. Shit. Somebody thinks Des funny. Oh, that's so bad. Why? That's probably what we need to pick up. Does that street lamp look broken to you? Yep, I think that all the lamps on the street have been vandalized. The ground is covered in glass from the broken panes. Oh, that explains why my foot is hurting. It does? There's glass in the sole of my shoe. I must have trodden on some shards while chasing after the croque monsieur. Oh no, my good shoes are ruined. Well, I wouldn't say good. You paid 20 cents for them. File this away in the evidence folder. You want me to file away the broken glass? Yep, I've filed an official formal complaint to the government. Their 40 street lamp has ruined my shoes and I am owed compensation. I think government officials have better things to do than worry about your 20-cent shoes, Sparrowson. We'll just see about that. Alright, glass shards. Are you satisfied? We have real evidence to find. So... this thing. Yeah, this is the thing the croque monsieur dropped. It's a list. 40 muskets, 20 pistols, gunpowder, 3,000 musket balls, to be delivered to the sleeping city. This is an invoice. I don't see any names on here, but given the contents and quantities, the goods are probably intended for the rebels. Excellent find, Sparrowson. It was nothing. But the sleeping city, where could that be? Well, it's a city that sleeps a lot, so somewhere in Spain would be my guess. I'm pretty sure that the location is not a literal city. For one thing, we already know the city where the rebels are gathering. It's right here in Paris. The sleeping city is a code phrase, like a riddle. A riddle, Well, I'm stumped. And isn't getting us anywhere. Or is getting us nowhere. We must find someone who can solve it. We need a person who is knowledgeable about all manner of riddles and puzzles. I know it all, huh? Precisely. In the meantime, I'll file this away for safekeeping. I know where we need to go. Do you think the croc dropped anything else? Yeah, I was thinking exactly the same thing. So, Chrono, sorry, yeah. We go to see the librarian fella. He was doing his crossword. I see hanging bushels of onions. Bushels? That can't be right. It's sprigs of onions. How about bundles of onions? That's pretty neutral. Confederacies of onions. Okay, we're done. Flocks of onions. We're done. Is there anything else? Ooh. The sign is difficult to read. The paint has faded. Trodel fruitier. Tickerdale fruitier. There's no way it says that. You just made those words up. All words are made up, Falcon. Okay, let's just do scan. Alright, I think we're done here. Okay, I guess we can always come back if we think we've forgotten something. Alright, break time. Actually, before we do break time, cinematic scene, then break time. La Lyon. Uh-oh. Ooh. Is the room to your liking, mademoiselle? Don't call me that. Don't call me that. No. Don't call... lioness. Don't call... Don't call me that. My apologies, madame, but what are your thoughts? Is the room suitable? It's dark, cramped, and more than a little macabre, but it'll do. Excellent. I have hired private security to guard the entrance 24 hours a day. Rest assured your weapons are safe. Actually, Keira Knightley, or tell me, Friar, are we doing the right thing? I'm trying to, like Padme, just no emotion. Of course we are, madame. That cannot be changed without bloodshed. No revolution without revolution. Surely you aren't having second thoughts. Of course not. I want nothing more than to serve justice to the corrupted rulers of this country. When the time comes... Kaboom! I'll be the one to pull the trigger. Yeah, that one's not the best. My best. Alright, okay. Actual break time now. I will be back in a few minutes. Don't go away. And, yeah, we'll be right back. Do 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 do. All right, so what are we doing? He ran off. Oh, we need to go to the puzzles and stuff, which means we need to go to the bibliothèque. Go to the library. Do you think Nathan likes riddles? Of course, all librarians like riddles. Seems like a bit of a stereotype, that's all I'm saying. I think we've established that Falcon is possibly a bit racist, or he definitely falls into the I'm not saying that all of them are, but it's that camp of things. Stereotype or not, we have to hope that it's true, that Boffin is our best chance of getting to the bottom of this. Time to put our polite faces on. He's here now. Good day, Dromio and Dromio. Why, good day, monsieur. It's a pleasure to see you again on this fine day. Tell me, kind monsieur, do you like riddles? Of course. Here's one for you, messieurs. What has 2 mouths, 4 eyes, and yet talks twice as much as it listens? Yes, I love it. Oh no, this is vitally important. Is it or okay, we reckon is the only answer. The bottom one. Okay, yeah, okay. All right, I'm glad. This is clearly the most important decision in the game. All right, here we go. It's you, messieurs, you. You come in here, yammering and yelling, never stopping to close your beaks for 1 minute. Oh, very good, monsieur. Yes. Laugh, Sparrowson, we need to get into his good books. What was that? Sorry, I can't fake laugh. Oh mon Dieu. Stop this farce. You messieurs obviously have some inane riddle that you want solving, so let's hear it. Go on, spit it out. Oh, right. Well, if we were to say that there's a place called the Sleeping City in Paris, where would it be? That's a new one. The Sleeping City. Got it! Really? Of course, the riddle was trivially easy. There are plenty of locations that could be called a sleeping city, but only one place earns that title in Paris. Oh, and where would that be? We know the answer, of course. Obviously, we're just fact-checking to make sure that you got it right. Think it through, messieurs. What kind of city is only inhabited by those who sleep all day and all night? I got it! Spain! Don't be daft, Sparrowson. Spain isn't a city, but perhaps the monsieur is referring to the capital of Spain, Madrid. Nice sleepy place. Spain, Madrid, you two are remarkably dense, aren't you? Sleep is a metaphor. Actually, it's one of the oldest and most powerful metaphors in the history of literature. It symbolizes death itself. The sleeping city obviously refers to a city of the dead, a necropolis. Think, messieurs, think. Use your puny avian brains. Do we have any necropolises in Paris? Of course. I went there in Deus Ex. I remember that. It's the catacombs. We I think, if I remember rightly, we drank a bunch of wine and beat up some people. That's what I remember about the catacombs. Of course, the catacombs, the winding tunnels of the dead that lie beneath our very feet. Very good, monsieur. That's the first semi-intelligent thing you've managed to say all day. You have more questions, don't you? Oh, yes. Can you give us a brief rundown on the history of the catacombs? The cemeteries of Paris were overflowing by the end of the last century. It was a mess, from what I hear. To create space, King Louis XVI ordered for old skeletons to be excavated and put in unused mine tunnels that lie under the city. So with a little renovation and many years of hard work, the mines were successfully turned into a subterranean mausoleum. So what? It's basically a grave for a few thousand skeletons. Millions, more like. Don't underestimate the power of the cat. Don't underestimate the size of the tunnels, messieurs. Oh no. How do we get in? I know that the bourgeois like to tour the catacombs, don't they? Correct. It was quite the bourgeois tourist hotspot some 20 years ago. But if you were hoping to pay a visit, you're too late. The church had all entrances sealed shut fairly recently. Why would the church do that? Believe it or not, they considered the turning of a mausoleum into a tourist attraction to be in poor taste. Oh, right. They shut down all the entrances? Really? Surely there must be one or two left untouched. If there is such an entrance, it is not public knowledge. I see. And that's all. I think we're done here for now. Thank you for your time, monsieur. Good day. If the sleeping city really is the Paris catacombs, then there must be some way to get in. An underground tunnel network that would probably be connected to the city sewers, right? So we just need to find the right manhole, and boom, we're in spooky, scary skeleton town. Spooky, scary skeletons. Doo -doo. That's a good idea. Or maybe it connects to the Seine. Perhaps some swimming is in order. You two dunces are going to get yourselves killed. If you really wish to visit the catacombs, you'd be best off asking those responsible for the closures. The dead people? The church, monsieur. The church would know if any unsealed entrances still exist. Oh, right. So we have to go back to the church then, I guess. I would hardly say that it's been forced into this game, Meme Dragon. Like, that reference is not out of character for this game at all. It's made several other... Like, the opening of one of the first things that Sparrowson does is create a Facebook, of which is a book full of faces of people you've met. That is many locations. Actually, you know what? Let me... I mean, I don't know if this is a good place to live for most of it. Or, I mean, it doesn't matter hugely. I can just go and go down here. There. Ah, perfect. Nailed it. Whoop. Whee. Okay. Let's stop doing that. Oh, it's totally not serious at all, Meme Dragon. It's super not serious. Yeah, it's like 40% memes, 60% puns based on those memes, and just very silly overall. Alright. So, if we want to find the entrance, then we need to go back to back to Notre Dame and find out about the catacombs. Let's do that. Did you sneak out to the Louvre again? I keep telling you, my brother, you can't risk being seen. There is too much at stake. Oh, and okay, another wolf. Oh, is it like the fraternal brother? Like the brother, not actual brother, because he does have a brother who is the... Never mind. But the good word must be spread. I can't have all the wolves sound the same. But the good word must be spread, my brother. We need as many supporters as possible. No more skulking in the shadows, no more cowering in the dark. We must rise up against our oppressors. Oh, before I forget, here's your pen back. I borrowed it. Again. What happened to yours? I lost it. So careless. Don't sweat the petty things, brother. Let's focus on removing the obstacles that stand in the way of our father's dream. Right, like the annoying little bird who's been poking his beak into our business. He's dangerously close to uncovering our secret. You want me to take care of him? It would be in our interests. I have a trap in mind, but... Ah! Someone's coming. Go hide. Ah, my brothers have returned. What can I do for you today? A confession, perhaps? Actually, Friar, we're here for information. We want to learn about the catacombs that lie under Paris. The catacombs. You don't want to go there, my brother. It's a wretched and haunted place. I'm sure it is, but we know that the church was responsible for having the entrances sealed shut. So we figured maybe there's a super secret fire-only entrance that only you know about? A secret entrance? That's an interesting idea. You know, you are not the first birds to have asked about that. Oh, we aren't? Yes, yes. A cockerel paid a visit yesterday. Perfect posture and snooty one-eyed and scowling. The first, a prosecutor, I think he said he was. Anyway, I'll tell you the same thing I told him. Ooh, that zoom! If you venture into the catacombs, you will not return. Understood? Was that a threat? No, just a friendly word of caution. We wouldn't want anyone to get lost in the endless maze, would we? Now, if you two will excuse me, I have a sermon to prepare. Be on your way. Damn, another dead end. Maybe it's time to wrap this up. We can go tell the inspector what we found and call it a day. Don't quit just yet. I managed to take something from the friar's pocket when he gave his little warning. Seriously, again, this is becoming something of a bad habit for you. Well, go on then, let's see what you pilfered. This! You found this pen in the friar's robes. Yep. Interesting. Actually, this is more than interesting. This is amazing. This is the exact same pen that Judge Romulus uses. It even contains the same green ink. Do you think it's exactly the same pen? Or do you think Romulus and Remus just have a matching set? I honestly don't know. But I do know that this may come in handy. I'm going to keep a hold of it. Fountain pen, added to evidence folder. We're still at a dead end though. My gut tells me that the friar is hiding something, but I can't get him to cough up. It's not like we can beat information out of him. Let's just go do other stuff. Maybe we'll stumble across some more clues. Maybe you're right. Let's go! Oh. Alright. The other thing we were supposed to do was... what's where? So the places that still take a full day, we've got the Chocolate Emporium, Le Canard Joyeux, Chateau Crinière, the Conciergerie, Palais de Louvre, Pont des Arts, Le Hold, Atelier de Trouve. We don't no point going back there yet though, because we don't have the stuff. Or Rue de Marmosets. I'm not sure, because we also have basically I guess a side quest to pay off Sparrison's medical bills by assembling some stuff for an inventor who will give his invention to the doctor who will it's one of those quest chain things. Well, let's see. We could go to the Chocolate Emporium. Probably not a good idea. I actually don't know where to go. Revolution can wait, there's side quests. Yeah. Well, if we want to do that, we can go to Le Halls. And maybe we can see if we can pick up something. Like, it was a copper pot and some string is what we need. Let's go here. Okay, so we need a copper pot and a piece of string. What options do we have? I see Sasha Spider's silverware store. Too pricey. Let's take it down a notch. Okay, how about that place over there? Harry Hippopotamus's Pottery and Haberdashery. Oof. That name just rolls off the tongue. Still too pricey. We're buying for a mad scientist, not for the Queen of England. What about that little stand? Ruse odds and end. Looks cheap and I even see a copper kettle in the back. Now we're talking. Excuse me, madame. Wait. Those two look familiar. I recognise you. Weren't you two begging outside Chateau Crinier a couple of weeks ago? Wait, are they kangaroos? They look like, because it's ruse. Oh, and is this like a Winnie the Pooh thing? You've got kangaroo and roo. I think that. I see. I didn't realise that the first time, which means we need to give them different accents. Right. Yeah, that was us. Thanks for your generosity, Monsieur. We put your money to good use. See, we started a business. At Ruse Odds and Ends, we sell everything. I suppose that congratulations are in order. It's no small feat to pull yourself out of the streets in today's economy. So, do we get a discount? A discount? Well, we did help kickstart your little enterprise. Okay, that one's a little more subtle, but I see what they did there. I suppose we are investors of sorts. Well, I mean, technically... sorry, monsieur, no discounts. You gave us a donation out of the generosity of your heart. You see, yeah, even that, yeah. Because you're such nice people. But maybe we can help you out. What is it that you wanted? Copper kettle? We see a copper kettle on your stall. How much is it? 30 francs. Sold. Here's your money. And here's your kettle. Pleasure doing business with you, monsieur. Copper kettle. Was there anything else? Have any string? Or fishing line? Here we go. Nice long reel of strong thread. Looks to be 10 meters or so. Would that work? I think so. How much? 15 francs. Sounds good to me. I mean, we can afford it. We're fine. Keep at least 50. I mean, do we just buy it, or can I maybe try and haggle it down a bit? Well, we already paid the fox, so. Well, maybe we need to pay him again. I see what you mean. Hopefully this doesn't cut us out. I mean, I could just pay for it there. And that would leave me with 50. Oh, no, I did. Yeah, I did already pay for it. Sounds good to me. Here's your money, madame. Well, here's your string. Pleasure doing business with you, monsieur. String's been anything else. We're done here. Okay. Thanks for all your help. Be sure to come back if you forgot anything, monsieur. Come back soon. Whee! Alright. So let's go here. Side quest time. Corin! It's you two! Have you managed to gather the materials I need? Yes, monsieur. The string and copper pot, exactly as you described. Here you go. What? What is this? A fancy kettle? It's made of copper, I suppose. But what an odd choice. It was a little tricky to procure the necessary items, but with a bit of asking around, we managed to find suitable substitutes. There's a general store down the street that sells string and copper, discounted copper pots and the like. I assumed you would have gone shopping there. It started out as trying to do like, oh, Marty, Doc Brown inventor, but it didn't go that way and is now basically Richard Nixon, yeah. I mean, I could go full Nixon. Well, no matter. Give me 1 minute and I'll finish assembling the device. Arrow! Oh dear. Wah! Nya! Ta-da! May I proudly present to you
Gustav Charles Magnificent Explorer Extractor Surgical Device. Trademarked. Patent pending.
It looks like a pair of kitchen tongs hooked up to a stewing pot. Agreed. I wasn't expecting something so low-tech and, well, bad.
Perhaps a demonstration is in order. One moment, if you please. Ow.
Psst, Falcon! That thing looks like junk. This whole fetch quest has been a waste of our time. I suspected that the man was delusional from the very start. It would explain why he was being treated by a mental health professional. There's nothing to be done, though. Let's just humour Gustav until we get an opportunity to leave. Cut our losses. What about my medical debt?
Time for a demonstration. Get ready to have your stockings blown off, messieurs. Arr! So here we have one piece of regular piece of meat. Imagine, if you will, that this is a soldier.
Okay, that meat is a soldier. An oddly shaped and potentially tasty soldier.
And here we have a small piece of iron. Imagine, if you will, that this is a musket ball. So, a soldier is wandering through a battlefield, not a care in the world, when all of a sudden, BAM! The person has been shot. The musket ball has been embedded in the man's flesh. Arr!
I'm scared, Falcon. He's throwing that metal into the meat like a madman.
Quick, messieurs, you're a battlefield medic. The soldier is wounded, and you have precious little time. What do we do?
Battlefield surgery. I'm no surgeon, but I think most doctors would feel around for the musket ball fragments and then carefully use a scalpel.
How archaic, how slow, how imprecise. Now I hear you wondering, Monsieur Trouvé, surely there must be a better way.
I wasn't.
Well, wonder no more. Arr! Behold the Explorer Extractor. Watch as I power up the device. Then as I move the detector component over the meat...
Is that thing humming?
It is, monsieur. When the electromagnetic component of the Explorer Extractor detects a piece of iron, the device vibrates and emits a soft hum.
I must say, I'm actually impressed, monsieur. A device that can detect metal beneath flesh? That's innovative. I've never heard of such a thing before. Yeah, but why limit it to battlefield surgery? You could repurpose that thing to become some sort of treasure hunting device. That'd make you really rich.
Hold your horses, messieurs. Hold your horses. I'm not done yet. You have only seen half of the device's capabilities. The exploration part. Now you can witness the second part. Extraction. Arr.
I didn't like the sound of that. Did that thing just... Yep, sucked out that bullet like a pip from a grapefruit.
Behold the original piece of iron, removed swiftly and precisely from the flesh. So, what do you think? Pretty revolutionary, huh?
I think that meat looks a lot less appetizing than before. It's practically exploded. I have no idea what to think. Monsieur Trouvé, you are a strange and mildly terrifying individual, but I cannot fault the innovation of your device. We shall pass it along to Dr. Falret and let him decide what it's worth. Has been added to evidence folder.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm sure the doctor will approve. Arr!
I'm hungry. Let's pick up some steaks on the way back to the office. You're a bird. That's not. I mean, he's invented the metal detector, but then powered up the electromagnet to pull the bullet out. What? I can only go here. That's weird. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little afraid. There he is. Now, who is? Who's saying these things?
That's the rooster. That's the rooster who shot the croque monsieur.
Le gasp. I think we're getting close to unravelling this whole rebellion nonsense. Let's not dawdle, Sparrowson. We're nearly there. Alright, let me just deal with this letter first. Spam? I don't think so. It's from Cocorico! Severin, well, go ahead, Sparrowson. Let's hear it. JJ, if this letter reaches you uninterrupted, then it means that I have been captured or killed by the rebels. What? Last evening, the inspector gave me a tip-off of a midnight trade between the rebels and Croque Monsieur on Rue de Marmosets. I intend to watch from the shadows, but I know that such a mission is a dangerous one. Wish me luck. If this is the last correspondence you'll ever hear from me, then I suppose I should end on a positive note. Falcon, you are a good friend and excellent lawyer. I'm sorry for belittling you all these years. Kind regards, Severin Cocorico. Oh, Keeb, that's not the worst of it with the Croque Monsieur. Do you want to guess what animal the Croque Monsieur is? Is this for real? There's no way. This letter has to be some sort of setup. It's Severin's handwriting. Where do you think he is? I don't know. Why would he go alone? I don't know. Well, we have to go help him, right? I mean, if that trade was at midnight last night and it's 10 o'clock now, he might still be okay. Maybe. I don't know. Come on, Falcon, pull yourself together. We've got to act fast while there's still time on the clock. Sparrowson, I have a bad feeling in my gut. Oh yeah, me too. This letter's terrifying stuff. No, you don't understand. I know that if Severin isn't already dead now, he will be very soon, and there's nothing we can do about it. What are you talking about? You don't know that. I do. I am certain. We've messed up. We've missed something. We've overlooked something vital, and now Severin's fate is sealed. You're spouting defeatist nonsense. Come on, Falcon. Let's go visit the Rue de Marmosets. We might find a clue. Alright. Come on, Sparrowson, keep up. No time for wheezing. If Cocorico was last seen around here, then there has to be a clue nearby. Right. Alright. It's investigation time. Oh, Gustave Trouvé was a real person who invented the handheld. Oh, that was a real thing. Huh. Alright. Gotcha. I mean, that looks like our clue right there. But this is always more fun. Besson's stationery. Come along for all your writing needs, whether you need paper, ink, stamps. What are you doing? Stop procrastinating, Falcon. Cocorico's life is at stake. Oh. Well, fine. There's a pool of blood here. It looked fresh. Cocorico's? I see drag marks heading towards that tunnel which leads straight to the Seine. If I had to guess, someone was killed here last night and the body was hastily disposed of in the river. But I see several sets of bloody footprints too. Some are faint, but they head that way, towards the main road. So he could still be alive? And see where the footprints go. Whoosh! To Notre Dame! Here, the footsteps lead right into Notre Dame. Oh, sorry. Here, the footsteps lead right into Notre Dame. It seems that way. Unbelievable. Where's a friar when you need one? Forget the friar. Let's keep following the blood trail and see where it ends up. Wait a minute, Falcon. Shouldn't we get the police involved before we go any further? Yeah. I'm not so sure. Actually, what do we think, chat? I think the police... I'm not sure we can trust the police. I think we don't want to get the police involved. I don't know that I trust Inspector Valerti. What do you think, chat? What do you think? And try not to think. F the Popo. Eloquently put, Keeb. Yeah, I don't think we want to trust... I don't trust him. You remember what Severin wrote in his letter? The inspector was the one who gave him the tip-off. Oh, what are you saying? That you think the police are in on this? At this point, anything's possible. We have to stay focused on the trail. Oh, wait up. That leads way straight... That way leads straight down to... Man, I'm famished. When is that mouthy parrot going to relieve me of duty so I can go grab a snack? The trail keeps going... Hey, isn't that the conciergerie jailkeeper? quack? It's Quark, you dummies! I had no idea that you're a religious man, monsieur. I'm not. I had a career change. Private security pays much better than regular old jail keep. You know. Monsieur, we don't have much time, so I'll keep it brief. We're following a trail that leads to the door behind you. We need you to let us pass. Door behind me? Ah, you idiot, that door leads straight down to the catacombs. You don't want to go there. Catacombs? And besides, just because I know how to get in doesn't mean I'm just going to let you pass. I've got a job to do. I have integrity. I promised to act as a guard, and that's what I'm doing. You want a bribe, don't you? Bingo, what you got? Yes. Here's 10 francs. Here's a present. Here's my fist. I cast fist. Yep, chat's on board with this. I cast fist. Hey, what are you doing? Monsieur, perhaps I wasn't clear. I am short on both time and patience. Are you going to tell us? Are you going to let us pass? Or do I have to beat you until you are unable to stop us? Jeez, don't you get violent, big guy. You can pass. Door's right behind me. Go on. That's the doors of the catacombs. It's that simple. Yeah, it's that simple. What were you expecting? A hidden bookcase or something? Go on. Go look. Yeah, what idiots. They're walking straight into a pitch black maze without even a torch. I wonder. Will they get lost and starve, or will they find the crazy lion girl and get shot? Either way, it ain't my problem. Uh-oh. Upon entering the doorway, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves at the top of a stone staircase that spirals into the abyss below. Here goes nothing. They begin the descent. I knew an underground passage would be dark. This is ridiculous. I can't even see my hand in front of my face. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, Sparrowson. Ah, I think that was the last step. Now it's just twisted tunnels ahead of us. I should take up smoking. If I smoked, we'd have a match right now, and we'd be able to see where we're going. Plus, you know, all the health benefits. I'd probably be calmer. Keep it together, Sparrowson. I know, I'll unravel this loose thread from my jacket. We can just trace the string to find our way back if we reach a dead end. Ah, good thinking, just like Theseus and the Minotaur. Wait, aren't any Minotaurs in here, are there? Head of a bull, body of a bull, scary stuff. That's not... actually, never mind. It feels like there's a gap in the wall here. I guess the path branches. I can feel a slight breeze coming from the passage to the left. Yeah, it seems a little more stagnant to the right. I mean, in time-honoured tradition, we should probably go left. Which is the breezy path. I think that's where we want to go, right? Yeah, let's take the breezy path. That feels like the right... Breeze it up. Always go left. Yeah, go left, yep, alright. There's a chance that the breeze could be caused by an opening. Let's head that way. Hey Falcon, I don't want to dump on you or anything, but when you threatened Quark back there, it was pretty scary. Scary, not really. Quark's all talk. I knew there was no chance he would fight back. No, I wasn't scared of Quark. I found you scary. I've never seen you get so angry before. Severin's life is on the line, Sparrowson. Forgive me for showing a little emotion. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Oh, it looks like the path branches again. Are my eyes going funky from the darkness, or is there a glimmer of light coming from the right path? No, I see it too. There's definitely some light on that side. Follow the light! It's definitely getting lighter. I can see my hands again. That might just mean we're getting close to an exit, right? Maybe this has all been a wild goose chase. Hush, listen. Voices. Voices. We're getting close. Wait, Falcon, aren't you scared? Terrified. Ah! Skulls! Spooky! There they are. I'll ask one more time. What is your name? Oh no! Are you with the police, the Royal Guards? Speak, bird. Me and Beaumont, we've been here all night and he simply ain't talking. He didn't react to coax and he didn't react to torture. Maybe it's time to, you know, administer some justice. Justice. That word. Ah, the rooster finally crows. You want to know who I am? Fine. My name is Severin Cocorico. I am a public prosecutor for the Cour d'Assises. Well, Sev, it's been a pleasure, but we can't be having spies running around our base of operations now, can we? So without further ado, I hereby sentence you to... Wait a minute, Piero. This is no ordinary spy. 'Cause he's a prosecutor? No, because he's the bastard who condemned my father 10 years ago. Wow, are you sure? I had my suspicions when I saw his smug air of arrogance, his holier-than-thou glare. But now that I know his name and occupation, there is no doubt. Do you remember, Bird? Do you remember the trial of a homeless lion in the winter of 1835? What was your father's name? Jean Beaumont. What were his crimes? His only crime was trying to feed a starving child. He took a handful of vegetables from a grocer's stand, not out of greed, but out of sheer desire to see me survive. But he was seen by a policeman, another arrogant cockerel like yourself, actually. So my father was thrown in jail. He was dragged to the court. I had the privilege of watching the proceedings from the stands. I remember your sharp words. This man is a thief. The man is a scoundrel. He deserves the harshest possible punishment for his crimes. You didn't care about the consequences. You didn't care about why my father did what he did. All you cared about was fulfilling your lust to see a criminal behind bars. My father received a sentence of 5 years. He died on his 3rd. Do you remember him? Mademoiselle, in all my days as a prosecutor, I've seen over thousands of cases. I'm not going to remember a single bread thief. You rotten Conrad, we're just all insects to you, aren't we? Who cares if a child starves on the streets, as long as you put enough criminals behind bars to meet your quota, am I right? Yeah, they're going full Les Mis here. Your silence speaks volumes of your guilt. Severin Cocorico, you have been tried by the people of the Second Republic. We have found you guilty on the counts of conspiracy, of the murder of the croque-monsieur, and of the murder of my father, Jean Beaumont. Oh, I have been found guilty? Mademoiselle, if you want to shoot me, so you can fulfill your revenge fantasies, then by all means shoot me. But don't pretend for a moment that this mob resembles a court of justice in any form. A court of justice? Now there's a contradiction. Bird, you know nothing of justice. Ooh! Frere Remus, read this man his last rites. With pleasure, madame. Hold it! Falcon, we have to make a move. Say something. ... Oh, we're speaking up. We're gonna save this cockerel. Alright, I'm going in. I'm coming too. No, I need you to get out of here. Go find the police, Royal Guard, anyone. I'll stall for time. Falcon. Okay, I'll go get help. Do you have any last words? Just pull the bloody trigger and be done with it. Wait! Wait. He's right. This is a terrible trial. There's no evidence, no defense, no examination of the facts. You've dragged a man off the streets and decided his fate based purely on your own prejudices and whims. Who the clock does this bird brain think he is? I am this man's defense attorney. I am J.J. Falcon. J.J., what are you doing? Defense attorney? You're a raving loony is what you are. Or a spy. I've seen this, monsieur. Eavesdropping on our conversations before. He cannot be trusted. Everyone, please, hear me out. Ooh, who do we appeal to? Well, we remember when we met them in the pub. Fontaine, who's the dog, was he was a lot more. He was more sympathetic because he wanted. He said he advised us to stay out of it, and he was like, "You should. You know, this is a bad business. You should stay away." I think I'm going to go for Fontaine. Yeah, definitely not Remus because we convicted his brother. Piero doesn't seem to want any of it. Let's go with Fontaine. Let's try this. Monsieur Fontaine, we've only met on a couple of occasions, but you seem like an intelligent and reasonable person.
Why, thank you. I do consider myself to be reasonable.
Then surely you can see something wrong with dragging someone off the streets and executing them without trial.
Well, I want to see a better France, monsieur. A France with actual liberty for all. I don't enjoy violence, but I have no qualms with a traitor or two, dying to achieve that noble goal. Means to an end, you know.
Do you see, Falcon? The man's death is inevitable. For the good of France and in the name of justice, he must be killed.
Justice, there's that word again.
Madame, I won't presume to know who you are or what you stand for, but shooting this man right now would not bring you justice. It would only serve to satisfy your desire for revenge. Justice, revenge. What's the difference? I think fairness. This got heavy all of a sudden. I wasn't expecting this. I don't think due process is going to work. I don't think that's an appeal that's going to hold water. Rationality. Yeah, fairness seems good. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's between fairness and rationality, and I think fairness is probably... Although... If we go for fairness, it might be... Fair, what do you know about fair? This life isn't fair, but etc. Rationality, yeah... I like rationality actually. I'm not sure. It's between these two. Be rational. Let's see where we go. Rationality, madame. Justice is carried out on the basis of hard facts and logic. It isn't distracted by petty emotions. Uh-oh! Even putting aside my emotions, I can see this bird's guilt. Then this is your opportunity to prove it, madame. Show that you're a leader who acts with reason, not brute irrationality. Yes. Madame, surely you aren't entertaining the words of this heathen. Fine, fine, Falcon. We'll play this your way. We shall have a formal trial for the murder of the croque-monsieur. Excellent. Shall we head back to my office and file the necessary papers? Don't take me for a fool. You'll walk us right into a trap. We shall have the trial right here and now. Right here, in the catacombs. It's as good a place as any. I suppose we'll be needing a judge. I volunteer. No thanks, Piero. We're trying to form a courtroom, not a circus. Ah. Just go see how the security is doing, Piero. We don't want any more spies wandering in. Right, yeah. That's not how you spell... Never mind. Perhaps I can help, madame. You know that I am a pious man, after all. Okay, Remus, you can be our judge, and I will lead the prosecution. What about the jury? With due respect, I don't trust your peers to be impartial. Look around you. As we speak, we are being watched and judged by countless dead men and women. They shall be our jury. That may work as a metaphor, but in practical terms... it is me you have to convince, Falcon. Convince me that this bird is not guilty. After all, I am the one who holds the gun. Well, it looks like we're ready to get started. The trial of Severin Cocorico is underway. He stands accused of the murder of the man known as the croque-monsieur in cold blood. Madame Beaumont, please explain the details of what happened. Very well. Last night at the stroke of midnight, 2 gunshots were heard on the Rue de Marmosets. Piero alerted us, and we managed to arrive before the police did. On the scene, I saw the man known as the croque-monsieur, a good friend of ours, lying in a pool of his own blood. Standing over the body, I saw the murderer, Severin Cocorico, still clutching his murder weapon. Am I to understand that you did not witness the crime firsthand, madame? That you only saw the aftermath? Yes, but one of us did happen to see the incident itself.
Man Beaumont, I found this here pigeon running around our tunnels.
I'm no pigeon, monsieur.
He's a spy in any case, what I say. Execute him right now.
It's alright, he's with me.
With you?
He's my assistant, he carries my bags and stuff. Falcon, I trust you do not have any other assistants lurking around the corner. No, madame.
Then take your lackey out of my sight. Psst, Falcon!
What is it?
I saw someone lurking in the catacombs. I think he was watching us from the shadows.
Another rebel?
I don't know. But he got spooked when he saw me. He dropped this.
What's this, a political pamphlet? Cult pamphlet has been added to evidence folder.
Well, I'll best be getting back to the patrols then.
Not so fast, Piero. You witnessed the crime firsthand, did you not?
I did, ma'am.
Then you can be our first witness. Go stand in the centre.
Okie dokie. Do I need to say an oath or something?
That won't be necessary. We trust you. Just tell us what you saw last night, Piero.
Okie dokie. I saw it as plain as day. Croque Monsieur was just minding his own business on the roof of the marmosets. When all of a sudden this here brute of a rooster appeared with his gun in hand. Bam! The rooster fired. Croque slumped to the floor. Using the last of his strength, the Croque Monsieur drew his own gun. Bam! The Croque fired back.
So, to clarify, Cocorico shot first?
Yes, ma'am. No question there.
What happened next?
Well, I knew you guys, Fontaine, Remus and you, ma'am, were only a stone's throw away at the cathedral, so I ran to get your help. We all arrived back on the scene maybe a minute after I had left it.
And there I saw the dead Croque Monsieur and the murderous Severin Cocorico with my own eyes. Thank you for your report, Piero.
It's nothing, ma'am.
You see, Falcon, Piero's not the sharpest knife in the kitchen.
True that.
But he is honest to a fault. I would trust his word with my own life. I don't doubt the man's honesty, madame. Really? Nonetheless, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? What does that mean? I don't claim to be an expert on the law. That was always my brother's role in the family. But I think a cross-examination means that Falcon would like to waste our time by asking pointless questions. Actually, it means I would like to make sure that Piero's story holds up under scrutiny. Yes, I will be asking questions, but only questions that directly relate to the case at hand. Clearly a pointless stalling tactic, madame. Shall we put an end to the trial? No, we will let the bird have his little cross-examination. But I'm warning you, Falcon, don't mess with me. Don't mess with you. If I get the slightest inkling that you are rambling to stall for time, I will end this trial on the spot. Do I make myself clear? Start questioning Cocorico's shoe size or the colour of Croque Monsieur's underwear, and I'll lose my patience. Yeah, I get it. Alright, so this is like hardcore cross-examination. But I'm going to take a quick break before we get really stuck into this. So I will be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go away. Be right back. And then we can do some more cross-examination. BRB. Do do do. And we're back. Alright. So, to sum up, we are... what are we doing? We're doing the... right, we're cross-examining Piero about the murder of the Croque Monsieur by Severin Cocorico, allegedly. So, what do we... okay, so... So yeah, I saw it was plain as day. The Croque Monsieur was just minding his own business on the Rue de Marmosets when all of a sudden this rooster appeared with his gun in hand, and bam, the rooster fired. The croc slumped to the floor. Using the last of his strength, the Croque Monsieur drew his own gun. Bam. I'm glad you like the... The break screen has been doing pretty well. People seem to like the break screen, which I'm happy about. I just thought... I was like, yes, I know what I need to do. Alright. What do we start with? Wait, didn't it happen at midnight? You claim that you saw the incident as plain as day. Yeah, plain as day. Piero, I would like to remind you that this crime occurred around midnight, in February, on an overcast moonless night in an unlit alley. What's your point? It would have been dark, so dark that you could not possibly have correctly identified the people involved. Hey, I swear I saw what I saw. Hold on, Falcon, you slipped up. You say the alley was unlit, but I distinctly recall there being lanterns over Rue de Marmosets. Oh, that's right. We live in La Ville Lumiere. There's a gas lamp on every street. You're right, Madame Beaumont. There are street lanterns over Rue de Marmosets, but they wouldn't have been any good. Because they were broken. Boom. Street lamps over Rue de Marmosets were broken. They are completely non-functional. As proof, I present the glass shards that line the alleyway. These shards originate from the panes of broken lamps. And I've still got holes in the sole of my shoe. Double proof. Those glass shards could have come from anywhere. You could send one of your underlings to see the broken lamps for themselves, if you want. And waste more time? I think not. This sounds like a stalling tactic.
Excuse me, Madame Beaumont. I don't remember whether the street lamps were or not broken. I do remember we used a torch to light up the scene.
Hey, whose side are you on?
I'm just saying, Falcon might be right. It was particularly dark, so it's possible there weren't any lit street lamps.
Are you saying I'm a liar? I thought we were buddies. Stop quibbling, both of you. Maybe the lamps were broken, maybe they weren't. It doesn't matter. I know that Piero's testimony is accurate because I personally saw the rooster at the crime scene 1 minute after Piero did. 1 minute? That's plenty of time for the real murderer to escape and for a passerby to stumble upon the scene, is it not? I think I know where this is going. You must acknowledge that it is a possibility. I acknowledge nothing. There is an inkling of doubt. You know that there is the slight notion that Piero may be misremembering what he saw. Don't badger the prosecution, Monsieur Falcon. I wasn't badgering. On to the next witness. Madame Beaumont, do you have anyone in mind? I do. There is someone among us who is something of a gun connoisseur. A man who knows everything there is to know about the craft of weaponry. Oh, that's me again. Shut up, Piero. Get off the stand. Yes, ma'am. I call Fontaine forward.
Very well.
He teleports. Now, Fontaine, is it true that you are a gun specialist?
Well, I hate to brag, but yes, I know about guns, their mechanics, their beauty. Have you heard about the revolver mechanics? A mechanism America is developing? Wonderful stuff.
Fontaine, let's stick to the guns that were found at the crime scene. Tell us about those.
Oh, right, very well. This was the gun found on Severin Cocorico's person at the time of arrest. It was a standard issue, percussion-lock, Chateau Road gendarmerie pistol, 24cm length, 15mm caliber. Lots of police and soldiers carry these old things. It's a gun that says, I'm a reliable man of the law.
That sounds like our Cocorico. Does it? Kakariko's always told me that the riding crop was his self-defense weapon of choice. It's strange that he had a gun in the first place.
And this is the gun found on the croque-monsieur's corpse, clutched tightly in his hands. It's a turnover pistol, double-barreled, ivory-handled, 20cm length, 13mm caliber. This is exquisite, a highly customized gun. It's one of a kind. Whoever used this weapon knew their stuff.
The croque-monsieur was a legendary arms dealer. It's no surprise that his personal weapon would be something so flamboyant.
But what's really fascinating about the croque-monsieur's gun is the ammunition. See, the bore of the pistol has been fitted with a set of grooves.
Please stop, Fontaine. I didn't call you up to hear you show off your gun knowledge. Tell us what you uncovered when you examined the croque-monsieur's bullet wound.
Ah, right. Well, a lead bullet was embedded in the middle of the croque-monsieur's sternum and appeared to have a straight angle of entry.
So, in other words, the croque-monsieur was facing his killer when he was shot.
That's right. The other interesting point is that the croque-monsieur's outer clothes were singed. This typically only occurs if a person is close enough to a gunshot to be directly burned by the gun's muzzle flash.
And how close does a person have to be burned by a muzzle flash?
Less than 3 meters, I would say. 5 at the very most.
Then there is no chance that there was a rogue sniper on the rooftops. The croque-monsieur's killer was standing in rue de marmosets themselves. As is plainly evident, only one person was found in rue de marmosets at the time of the incident. Prosecutor Kakariko! Well said, madame. I think you just unequivocally proved this bird's guilt.
Not so fast. Hold it! I would like to cross-examine the witness.
I don't think so. You're overstepping your bounds, bird. Let the lawyer try, Remus. When he fails, there will be absolutely no doubt to anyone in the room that Kakariko is nothing but a bloodthirsty murderer.
Alright. Gendarme... What do we have in our evidence folder?
Finds and removes bullets. Thinking about this. So, standard issue 15 caliber gendarmerie pistol was found on his person. Highly customized double barrel turnover pistol was found in the croque-monsieur's hands. Croque-monsieur was shot in the chest and his clothes were singed with a close range gunshot. Let's investigate the gendarmerie pistol. Fontaine, I have a question regarding Kakariko's gendarmerie pistol.
Pardon my ignorance, but I am not a gun connoisseur like yourself. What do you mean by caliber? A gun's caliber is the width of its internal barrel and the width of the bullet that it fires.
So you would use 15mm wide bullets for a pistol with a 15mm wide barrel. That makes sense. Did the bullet embedded in the croque-monsieur's chest match the caliber of Kakariko's pistol?
I don't know for sure. I didn't have the time nor the equipment to dig the bullet out of the croque-monsieur's chest. Besides, lead bullets fragment. It would be difficult to properly piece together a fired lead bullet to assess its caliber with any accuracy.
Then it's possible that the caliber of the bullet in croque-monsieur's chest doesn't match the caliber of Kakariko's gun. Do you know that for a fact, Falcon, or is this just more vapid speculation on your part? Oh, we don't know that the caliber doesn't match, do we? I don't think we do. Yeah, try the turnover. Yeah, we don't. No real point. I just found your comment a little odd, I suppose. Yes. No, we never got a chance to. Red. We never actually got a chance to because it led us through this series of events in order. So we didn't get a chance to go investigate it. Is there any way to tell whether a gun has been recently fired?
That is an excellent question. Yes, there are a couple of ways. For around a minute after firing, the pistol's barrel is going to be hot to the touch. That's a dead giveaway. But you could also check for gunpowder residue on the barrel and chamber. That would indicate a gun has been fired since being cleaned.
So by your own analysis, would you say that Kakariko's weapon was fired last night?
It's difficult to say. None of us thought to check the pistol's barrel temperature at the time of the incident, so we can't use that method. If I check for gunpowder residue now, I see a little in the barrel. That could indicate a recently fired weapon, but it could also indicate a lack of proper maintenance.
So basically, you don't know whether this weapon was or wasn't fired last night?
No, monsieur.
If we cannot be certain whether Kakariko even fired his gun, then this whole trial ought to be thrown out. Nice try, Falcon, but Kakariko is still our prime suspect. He was standing over the Croque Monsieur's body with the weapon in his hands. If that gun is not the murder weapon, then what is? This isn't working. Try another approach, Falcon. No. Fontaine, you say the Croque Monsieur was shot in the chest at a straight-on angle. May I have a diagram? Yeah, let's do that. Dramatic forensic recreations. No, you can't have a diagram, you bloody idiots. I don't have the patience to watch you draw lines on a chalkboard to work out the location of a mythical second shooter. Use your heads. The gunroom is standing right in front of the crocodile. Right, of course. No. Alright, yeah, let's go for the pistol. Fontaine, about the Croque Monsieur's turnover pistol. You were about to say something about the gun's ammunition before Madame Beaumont cut you off. Could you give us the details? Oh great, now I'll never stop talking.
I'm glad you asked, Falcon. See, as you probably know, most bullets are small, round lead balls, right? That's not the case here. This particular weapon uses an advanced iron-tipped, aerodynamic, carefully grooved... Actually, it'd be quick if I just show you. Take a good look. This is an iron-tipped Minier ball. This is very rare, top-of-the-line technology. Before last night, I had never seen one of these in person before.
Like I said before, the Croque Monsieur was a legendary arms dealer. It only makes sense that he would have access to the latest weaponry. Where did you find this bullet, Fontaine?
In the turnover pistol's chamber.
Alright. Hold on, I'm confused. I thought the Croque Monsieur fired his gun. So how is it possible that his gun was still loaded with a bullet?
Turnover pistol is double-barreled. That means it can hold 2 bullets at once, ready to be fired in quick succession.
Ah, I see. The Croque Monsieur fired 1 bullet, but died before he could fire the second. I trust that you have no more questions about this matter, Falcon. We've wasted enough time already. Where is the other bullet? Where is the other bullet? What other bullet? The fired Minier ball. There were 2 shots on that night, remember? One from the assailant, one from the crocodile.
I scoured the scene for a couple of minutes, but I couldn't find it. It's a pity. It would have been great to have 2 of these magnificent bullets.
Madame Beaumont, did anyone find the fired Minier ball in Kakariko's body? In his body? You're asking if Kakariko was wounded by the bullet? No, that much is plain to see. So again I must ask, where is the fired Minier ball? Well, I don't have any clue. What are you trying to get at, Falcon? Isn't it obvious? If the bullet wasn't embedded in the alleyway wall, and it wasn't embedded in Kakariko, then that means... it hit the murderer. But it hit the murderer, the real murderer. It must still be embedded in whoever attacked the Croque Monsieur. A ludicrous notion. It makes perfect sense. The double-barreled turnover gun, the missing bullet. Fine, I'll humour you. Let's say that a bullet did indeed hit the real perpetrator. What of it? Well, it's only been a few hours since the shooting. Presumably the person will still have the bullet lodged in them. Find the person with the unique iron Minier ball embedded in them, and you find the real murderer. That's reasonable, but we don't have time nor resources to search every citizen of Paris to uncover an injured gunman. You don't have to search everyone in Paris. I believe the murderer to be someone in this very room. Oh, you think we have a traitor in our ranks? I do. This is obviously a planned attack. Someone invited the Cocorico and the Croque Monsieur to the same place at the same time in order to create a setup. Only someone with a rebel's connections could engineer such an event. This is ridiculous. Are you really saying that someone in this room was shot last night? That's clearly untrue. A bullet wound can be concealed. Perhaps if you were all to take off your shirts... No, I'm not having everyone in the room stripped down to their knickers just to cater to your outrageous theory. If you can't think of a more reasonable way to prove your stray bullet theory, then we end this damn trial here and now. More reasonable way. I have a more reasonable way. What are you thinking, Falcon? Isn't it obvious? We have the perfect way to uncover whether someone has been shot. It's a genius solution. Da-da-da-da-da-da! Are you serious, Falcon? You're relying on an invention of a lunatic. I've never been more serious. Madame Beaumont, Frere Ramus, and members of the court, this device is called an Explorer Extractor. It's the latest medical technology. It looks like a children's toy. I assure you this is no toy. It was designed to find and extract metal embedded in bodies. A battlefield bullet finder and remover, if you will. I'm intrigued. So you're saying that you just swing that device around and it finds a bullet in a person? Yes, sort of. I don't know. We haven't had a chance to practice with it, really. Madame, these birds are playing you for a fool. There is no way that such a device exists. We have seen this device work with our own eyes. Sparrowson shall demonstrate. Me? Although he will need something to demonstrate it on. Yeah. Here we have an iron-tipped Minier ball as presented by Fontaine moments ago. Observe, I place the bullet in my closed fist. Now it represents the fired bullet that is currently embedded in the murderer's body. Allegedly. Now, Sparrowson will demonstrate what happens when my hand is scanned with the Explorer Extractor device. So I just do this and... It's humming and buzzing. Is it really detecting that bullet? Absolutely. What an intriguing device. Hey, what would happen if I were to hit extract right now? But please don't. You remember what happened to that steak, right? Oh my, what is this feeling? It feels like... Power! Sparrowson, no! Don't let it get to your head. Okay, I'm convinced. Falcon, Sparrowson, you may perform a cursory scan of each of us with that device of yours. You must stop humouring these morons, madame. What good is this doing us? Remus, they may be morons, but this test will grant us certainty of the rooster's fate. I can afford that time. Hey, Falcon, what will happen if the murderer is someone not present in this room? Most likely isn't. What? I'm stalling. Falcon! Get a move on, you two. I really must express my displeasure that you are going along with this farce, Madame Beaumont. Let us end this trial right here and now. You can get the justice you so crave. He did it. Come on. Don't worry, Remus. My patience for this bird brain is wearing thin too. When this asinine scheme of his fails, he will face the consequences. Lackey bird, scan the rooster first. He is the prime suspect, after all. Okay. Okay. Go, Sparrowson. ... I'm not getting any reaction. That means there's probably no bullet lodged in Cocorico. So, he's innocent for sure. No, all it means is this bird was not shot by the hypothetical bullet. Don't forget, this is all speculation on Falcon's part. Madame, I must insist that you end this. It is a fool's errand. We have other matters we must attend to. Remus, you let me worry about our time management. Pierrot, you go next. Alright, get over with. No reaction. That means Pierrot wasn't shot either. No surprises there, right, guys? Let's see. Next we shall test. Madame, I implore you. You're being awfully lippy, Remus. Why don't you go next? Me? That is really not necessary, madame. I don't want to participate in this ridiculous child's game. I hope that's just a guess, Rumgoro. I would hope people wouldn't spoil this, but I assume that's a guess. This is no game. And I'm issuing you an order to cooperate. He's being super sketchy, though. I refuse. Piero, please restrain Remus. No, that's fine, Romango. I figured it was a guess. It's okay. Yeah, this wolf doth protest too much. With pleasure, ma'am. Restrain that wolf. What are you doing? Keep your filthy talons off me. I will not be manhandled by... Ow! Stop that! You're making a mistake. Madame, think a little harder. I have an alibi. I was with you the whole evening. Sparrowson, do the test. Top, 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 top. Falcon? I'm not getting any reaction. That can't be right. Do it again. There's nothing. Frere Remus has not been shot as far as this device can tell. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You had a nerve to manhandle a man of the cloth like that. As I said on the floor, madame, I was with you and Fontaine for the entire evening. I could not possibly be in two places at once. You have a twin brother. Yes, you could. It's true, you were sitting in my line of sight exactly when the murder was supposed to have taken place.
As was I.
Right, Fontaine was sitting with us too, so that rules him out. And I know that I didn't perform the murder, obviously. Which means that every suspect has been accounted for. Go sit down, lackey. Your job is done. You realize what this means, don't you, Falcon? Your little test failed. Your hypothetical bullet theory turned out to be unsubstantiated speculation. Pure guesswork. No, Valkyrie Lemons, his brother escaped from jail at the end of the... We heard about that during the last case. Shall we end the trial, madame? Wait! There must be someone we're not accounting for. I just know it. There's someone else who could have been the shooter. Oh, okay. So, my theory is... Well, it's either Inspector Valerti or Judge Romulus. But the inspector sent us down this path anyway. Because he was shot with a policeman's gun. And he did... also, Inspector Valerti did give Cocorico a gun. The same gun that he has. To frame him for the murder. But why would he do that? Because he's a policeman and he was trying to find the croque monsieur. I don't think he's... What's his motive? What would be Valerti's motive? To frame... I'm not... Oh, right, the old grudge. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it could be either of them. It could be his twin brother. Why does he... It could be his twin brother. Or... Oh... Yeah, it could be either one is the problem. Go to the Mind Palace. Because the... Remus was... Why was he so scared? If he was not willing to... He didn't want to be searched. Even though... Remember, the judge is also in on the revolution, and he was the bad guy in the last case. And he talked about a revolution coming. So, actually... Didn't we hear about somebody else being in the tunnels? Oh. All right, my gut says Volerti. Even though we were like, oh, but you have a twin brother, you could is that a red herring? Oh, no. It's one of those two. Oh, I do. There was the cult pamphlet. Right, no, we have the cult pamphlet, don't we? Yeah. I can't open the evidence folder, but you're right, we had that pamphlet. So it must be the judge, right? Yeah, okay. That means, okay, I think we go with judge. Although, I mean, who else would have the cult pamphlet? I mean, I don't think anyone else. YOLO mode it to the librarian. No. Yeah, let's go with the judge. Alright, let's do this. Detectoring. Let's make sure that's right. Judge Romulus, yep. Frere Remus, how is your brother, the man named Romulus? My brother, he was forced to freely leave the country by oppressive government. You and I know that isn't true. Your brother is still in France. In fact, I think he's lurking in these very catacombs right now. An absurd notion. Your theories are getting more and more outlandish, Falcon. Where is your evidence? Oh, I know. I can answer this one. This I found is on the catacomb tunnel. An introductory guide to the cult of reason. Thank you, Sparrowson. Now, Frere Remus, does this pamphlet look familiar to you? No, I've never seen it before in my life. Are you sure? Are you sure it doesn't belong to your brother Romulus? No, there are many cultists in Paris. Maybe it belongs to one of them. Falcon, I'll take your word that your lackey found this pamphlet in the catacombs. But Remus is right. You have no evidence that the man known as Romulus is the one who dropped it. The pamphlet could have been dropped by anyone. It could even have been dragged in on the sole of Pierre's shoe, for all I know. Won't be the first time. At that moment, a chill ran down Falcon's spine. There was the dreaded reality. He had no evidence that the manifesto belonged to Romulus. It was just empty conjecture. Madame, please, take my word. This person called Romulus lurks in these very tunnels. You have no proof. But you have my assurance. He's floundering, Madame. Agreed. I've heard enough of these rambling theories. Falcon, your respect for your comrade is admirable, and you displayed great valiance by leaping headfirst into the lion's den. But you have failed to convince me of this bird's innocence. Madame Beaumont, I implore you! Not another word. We humoured you, we set up a court and went through the motions of a trial. Now the rooster's guilt has been formally proven. We have more evidence! Enough! The trial is over! Severin Cocorico, you have been formally tried by the people of the Second Republic. We have found you guilty on the counts of conspiracy of the murder of the croque-monsieur and of the murder of my father, Jean Beaumont. Madame, please! JJ, it's all right, I've made my peace. This is far from all right. Dying in the name of a new republic, at the hands of rebels. There are worse ways to go. It was good enough for Robespierre, right? Severin! Bad end. Oh, shut up, phone. Tend to the body, Piero. Yes, ma'am! Do you plan to kill us too? Why would I do that? You two have done nothing wrong. I see no reason for you to be tried, let alone executed. Your mercy is admirable, madam, but I fear if we let these two go, they will tell the police everything. It would compromise us. No, we promised to keep our beaks shut, right, Falcon? Ah, but we cannot trust the word of potential traitors. Madam, for the good of France, we must execute these birds right now. Some man of God you are. I hate to admit it, but you have a point, Remus. This is an unpleasant situation. What to do? Run for it! Okay, I know. I'm going to give you a choice. You have two options. The first is that I shoot you right here and now. That's not something either of us particularly want, but if it must be done. What's option number 2? You join us. We need lawyers to help bring the new republic into fruition. Your skills would be very much appreciated. Our skills? Somebody has to draft new laws, somebody has to file the paperwork to secure the new republic's internationally recognized legal status. Somebody has to prosecute the officials who corrupted this country. Wouldn't that be a glorious job? You mean prosecute the Prime Minister or the King? We can discuss the specifics later. For now, I need to hear a decision. What will it be? Oh, join or die. Join or die. I feel like, in character, Falcon would definitely not want to join them. I think in character he would just say, no, I would rather die. And I wonder if that means we get a bad end. I don't want to live in a world without Cocorico. Mystery box. Die is more in character. Join might be more interesting. I'm going to stay in character for this. Yeah, neither of these is a good end. I would rather join you. Well, we would love to join you. Rebels and Aviary Attorneys. What a team. Sparrowson, this is serious. Let me talk. No, I know what you were about to say and it was stupid. Oh, I see. I'm not going to let you throw away both of our lives so you can satisfy your stupid pride. I refuse to work with the monster who murdered Severin. You don't have to be happy with the task. Just play along. Are you two done conferring? We can't draw this out any longer. But thou must. Fine, we'll work with you. Good, then a verbal contract has been made. So, what happens now? Piero and Fontaine will lead you to Le Canard Joyeux. I will finish up here and meet you in 2 hours. Needless to say, they shall be keeping a close watch on you. Don't even think about running. Of course. Then we're done here. Fontaine, lead the way.
Yes, madame. Come along, you two.
Right. So that wasn't really a choice.
You can't seriously be trusting these filthy lawyers, madam. They're probably plotting revenge for their dead friend at this very moment.
I do trust them. Throughout that trial, I got the impression that Falcon was trying to de-escalate the situation, avoid violence. Such a viewpoint is naive, but it is exactly what we need in this revolution.
But they will betray you.
If they are stupid enough to even raise one feather against me, they will regret it. Ooh. Let us continue. Illusion of choice, boys.
You can come out now, brother.
See, I fucking knew it.
How did it go? Better than we ever hoped for. The rooster is dead and the madame has tasted her first blood. Amazing. Completely worth getting shot for.
See, I fucking knew he did it. I knew it. So I was right. Son of a... Ooh. Unless that was like him totally worth getting shot for. I'm not sure.
Meddlesome Falcon tried to disrupt the execution. Falcon? Really? That tenuous wretch? Don't worry, he floundered and bumbled around hopelessly. The madam thinks he's of some use, but really he's as good as dead. This is marvelous. Every piece is falling into place. Our dream will be a reality in no time at all. To reason, brother. To reason.
Act 4. Wait, we skipped straight to Act 4? See? Like the final part? Wait, what? I might go back and do it, because I think we skipped over a bunch of stuff. What the hell is happening now? I'll show you.
I hope you don't harbor too much hate for the madame.
I think we, like, skipped ahead to a bad end.
I know the rooster was your friend, but the madame does what she does for the good of France.
Boy, oh boy, this is awkward.
This is a bit, perhaps a round of drinks in order. After all, this is a tavern. What do you two say?
F it, let's get drunk. Oh right, so each part of case 4, act 4, is a different potential end. Oh, okay, so you've got A, B, and C, and we went on to ending C. Gotcha, okay, right. I'll take a wine, make sure it's a stiff one. I'll take 2. Very well. Pero, fetch our guest some drinks, it's your round. My round? No way, it's your turn.
Times don't matter, you smell me for that omelette I generously paid for last Friday.
Yeah, well, you owe me for that coffee on Tuesday.
Okay, so that's 30 cents of coffee deducted from a 60-cent omelette, plus the 25-cent peanuts you swiped from my pantry.
Hold up, I ain't so good at mental arithmetic. Oh, this is bad end. Alright, let's see where this goes.
Listen, Sparrowson, you need to go.
Go?
Yes, I'll create a distraction. You head straight for the back door.
Is that such a good idea?
If we both stick around, we could both end up dead as soon as we rub the lioness the wrong way. If we both run, these two will probably shoot us in the backs. So the way I see it, one of us running is the most viable option.
Falcon?
Don't argue. Once you're out, find Valerti and tell him what you've seen.
Okay.
So it's agreed. You'll get this round and I'll owe you 2 cents.
Yep, and I'll hold you to them 2 cents. Be right back. Don't you two move on nothing.
He'll hold me to those 2 cents. That Pierre is such a miser. Anyway, I don't feel like sitting in silence. Let's talk to pass the time.
Fontaine, look behind you! Over there! Seriously, look, I throw a ball. Go fetch it.
Do I look like a golden retriever to you, monsieur?
No, I guess not.
No, indeed. It's just I'll fetch wherever you pretend to throw just because I'm a dog. How offensive!
You're right, I'm sorry. I think you have to do better than that, Falcon. Gun question. Fontaine, I have a gun question.
A gun question? Do go on.
What's better, flintlock or percussion cap ignition systems?
What a delightful technical question, but I'm afraid there's no dispute here. Percussion caps are the future, hands down. You see, flintlocks are unreliable. A light drizzle in the ignition system no longer functions. The gun becomes worthless. Whoop! But a percussion cap will always work as long as it's built correctly, as long as the gun has enough gunpowder. I suppose there's a matter of material cost. How much does a brass cap cost compare to flint and steel? It's a little pricier, I think.
Alright, I brought drinks. One for me, one for you, and one for... Hey, where's the little one?
The little one, he's right... Oh, mad, I lost him.
You lost him? How did you lose him? I was gone for 2 minutes.
I think I dropped the ball on this one.
I'll say madam's gonna string us up for sure. Actually, we should make up a cover story. We can't let her find out about this.
Whoop! You can't let me find out about what?
Let's land a minute. Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here weren't paying attention and let Sparrowson walk casually away.
Madame.
What are you going to explain?
I swear I give you 2 bozos one damned job. It doesn't matter. That little bird was dispensable for our plans, but Falcon isn't. What's important is that he's still here.
Madame, if Sparrowson runs the police, then both his location and the sleeping city are compromised. We should keep this meeting brief.
Agreed. Falcon, let me quickly fill you in. As you probably know, we are planning to form a protest, an enormous protest on the 14th of this month. We intend to draw a massive crowd at the Place de la Concorde, and then we shall march across Tuileries Garden.
A march across Tuileries? You intend to storm the Louvre?
No, the Palais Royal. That's where the King and Prime Minister will be residing. I would like it to go peacefully, but...
Peaceful uprisings have a habit of turning violent, don't they?
Exactly, and we can't let the leaders of this country escape amidst the chaos. They must be tried for their crimes against the French people. On that note, I want you to lead the prosecution.
You want me to prosecute the King of France?
The King and the Prime Minister. They are both responsible for the rampant inequality that plagues this country. On the day of revolution, we will drag both of those overpaid bourgeois onto the street, and you shall prosecute them then and there.
I think I understand. Prosecuting the pair for crimes against humanity, I suppose. It could certainly be done. If I were to interview a lot of citizens, gather a lot of evidence, file some paperwork, I could probably prepare a case in around 2 months. We don't have the luxury of time. Use your ingenuity on the day, just like you did in the catacombs. You can't be serious. There is no alternative. The wheels of the revolution are already turning, and the revolution will ignite in under a week. The question on my mind is, what do we do with you until then? You can leave him with us, man. We'll keep a good eye on him. After seeing the atrocious job you two did guarding the little bird, I think not. I'll just have to guard you myself, Falcon. You shall spend this week at my side while I complete our preparations. At your side all day and night? Absolutely. I'm not going to let you out of my sight for 1 minute. It seems excessive. You can trust me, madame. No, I can't. You've promised to help me, but I know that you don't actually believe in the cause of the Second Republic. If I give you 1 grain of freedom, you'll undoubtedly flee. This meeting is over. Come along, Falcon. Okay. Ooh. Cinematic scene. Oh, and then while we were sitting in the tavern, Falcon gave me the opportunity to escape. It created a distraction and I sneaked away and went straight to the police, and then you called a meeting and well, here I am. So, yeah, that's the whole story.
I see. So Severin Kakariko died at the hands of the rebels.
That's right.
And Falcon revealed his true colors as a traitor.
A traitor? No, that's not right, Inspector. Falcon's not a rebel. He's just playing along so he can save his own life.
Don't be so naive, Sparrowson. Put the puzzle pieces together. Falcon willingly left into the lion's den for the specific purpose of siding with the rebels. He let you escape because he could see that you weren't truly sympathetic to the rebel cause.
That doesn't make sense at all. Falcon's never shown a rebellious streak.
Tell me, Sparrowson, what do you know about Falcon's past?
Not a lot. He's a private person.
Has he ever told you what he did during the July Revolution, before he changed his name?
No, he hasn't told me anything, really.
Sparrowson, let me tell you about the man they call the Viridian Killer.
Uh-oh. What? What? Tuileries Garden is a beautiful spot to relax, have a picnic, or plan for a violent uprising. Are we the murderers? The murdersmen? Let me think. So it takes 10 minutes to walk from the Place de la Concorde to this very spot. And the Palais Royal lies 5 minutes north of here. But the crowd will be fairly large and slow. It may take twice, maybe 3 times as long to make the move. Having a logistics problem, madame? Perhaps. The plan is to walk the crowd from here, through Tuileries to the Palais Royal. But if we take too long to pass through Tuileries, the police will trap us in. We could be flanked and slaughtered. This is quite an issue. I want to find the one that is bad advice. Oh, I don't know. Aim for the moon. Thanks, Lekbot. Alright. Yeah, see, there's a bunch more. There's like 4 more people I didn't see. Why not? Yeah, run does seem like bad. Yeah, okay. Why not just run? The crowd will mostly be fit and able-bodied. You could probably get most of them across Tuileries in under 10 minutes. Maybe in 5. That's ridiculous. Who's ever heard of a protest of joggers? You would look silly, but consider it a practical solution. You want to spend as little time in Tuileries as possible, right? So run. I'll pass the idea along to Piero and see what he has to say. He's the one in charge of leading the crowds, after all. That bird-brained parrot would probably just shoot the idea down, right? Probably, but I appreciate your input. I don't know if you genuinely want to help, if you're just telling me what I want to hear out of fear, but thank you, Falcon. It's no problem, madame. For the Second Republic, right? Right, for the Second Republic. Well, I guess we gotta do what we gotta do. Alright. Le Halls, huh? Let me guess, you have a weapon supplier somewhere around here? Or maybe this is where you plan on meeting an informant, a government defector. It is as good a meeting spot as any. Actually, I'm here for groceries. There's no need for that look. You think that just because I'm a gun-toting rebel I don't need to buy food? Right. Man Beaumont. Well, well, if it isn't Sultan and little Gambard. You're growing bigger every time I see you. Right, ma'am, you have to hear this. Something big went down here yesterday. A policeman, a nasty, ugly policeman. Let me guess, he was bullying people into revealing secrets on the whereabouts of the revolutionaries. Well, that's how it started, man, but same old bullying tactics. He was pushing around this old beggar rat who hangs around the market sometimes. But then when the rat wasn't beaking up, a policeman drew his gun and shot him. The policeman shot the beggar, just like that. Oh, yep, but then the coward cop went and ran before we could turn on him. I find this difficult to believe. A policeman wouldn't openly shoot a beggar without just cause. Open your eyes, Falcon. This is the regime us Parisians live under. We are ignored by government, oppressed by the police and hanged by the courts. Why do you think I'm fighting so hard to make a change? We can't put up with this sort of bullying. No, this can't be right. Something has to be missing from Sultan's story. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions, madame? Sure, ask away. Make it quick, Falcon. What did the policeman look like? Well, I didn't get a good look, but he was tall and ugly and mean looking, and he had one eye. I fucking knew it. Yep, had one of them pirate patches. There's no way. Ring any bells, Falcon? I know a man who fits the description, but it simply couldn't be him. He's a bitter individual, but he's morally righteous. I can't imagine him shooting an innocent person so recklessly. Don't let your bias towards the justice system affect your judgment, Falcon. If you think you know who did this, then please name and shame him. I think I should bite my tongue until I'm a little more certain. Do you want to know anything else, monsieur? If a policeman did shoot an innocent person, then there would surely have been an investigation. Ha! Your naivety knows no bounds, Falcon. You think police care if one of their own is out of control? Actually, there was one bloke asking around, but I don't think he was a policeman. Oh, go on, madame. Well, he was his charming fox. Renard. A friend of yours, Falcon? Something like that. We should probably pay him a visit to see what he's up to. Pay him a visit? I suppose we can set aside a little time. Do you want something else? Who was the rat? Just who was this beggar rat? I didn't really know him well, monsieur, but none of us did. He was kind of a loner who hanged around asking for scraps of food and cents, so I didn't even know his name. That's so sad. Did he have no family, no means of support? Falcon, do you have any idea how many beggars there are on the streets of Paris? How many people go hungry? How many people are forced to turn to crime? I'm well aware, madame. I'm asking these questions to see if there was perhaps some reason why that particular rat was killed. But no, it appears that this was just the loss of one unnamed beggar rat among many. It's tragic. That it is, monsieur. Is there any other way that I can help? That's all, madame. Thanks for all your help. No problem. Anything to help man Beaumont. We'll try to get to the bottom of this, Sultan. Just make sure to stay safe when the revolution starts. Stay inside. Keep Gambard safe. Of course, ma'am. You stay safe yourself, you hear? Alright. Ooh, alright, alright. Hi, Tesla. Hello. Visitors, Monsieur Valpers, visitors! Visitors! Really, Falcon, what do you hope to accomplish in this sleazy back alley establishment? Sleazy? Madame, my back alley office is perhaps a little cluttered and eclectic, but I resent the accusation of sleaze. Maybe I should do the introductions. Monsieur Vulpes, this is Madame Beaumont, a friend of mine. Madame, this is Renard Vulpes, private investigator at your service. It is a pleasure to meet you, Madame. ... Ah, how stoic. I'm sure you have some pressing questions to ask, Falcon, but before we get started, there is something I must tell you. Monsieur Sparrowson dropped by earlier. He informed me of your situation. Sparrowson, is he alright? Oh yes, he's now working with Inspector Valetti and attempting to unravel the rebel plot. Hi Kirby. Hi Spartan Doge. Hello.
Doge?
Just as I thought. It appears that your lackey has solidified his position as a traitor to the Second Republic, Falcon.
You are a traitor and a part of the Rebel Alliance.
Wait, no, it's the other way around. Perhaps, perhaps not. Sparrowson doesn't strike me as a person who sides with any ideology. But you know, he asked me the most peculiar question. Would you like to know what it was? Of course. Such information is quite valuable. It would cost, say, 30 francs. Fine. Yeah, I know how this works. Here's your money, monsieur. Very good. So, on to the question. Sparrowson asked if you were the Viridian Killer, the one responsible for the random bombings during the July Revolution 18 years ago. Why on earth would he ask that? Perhaps the inspector has been telling him stories. So what did you tell him? The truth, of course. That is, that I have no idea who the Viridian Killer is, but that I knew it couldn't possibly be Falcon. Oh, and how do you know that I'm not the Viridian Killer? Heh, Falcon, please. You're a semi-drunk, bumbling oaf and not a ruthless killer. Anyway, I've started my own investigation into the Viridian Killer. It's fascinating stuff. Apparently he was seen in multiple places at once, which leads some people to believe that he was actually more than one person. Huh. And do you know why they call him, or should I say them, the Viridian Killer? Viridian is a greenish color, isn't it? No, I don't have a clue. Crimson Killer would be a much cooler name. It appears that no one knows the origins of the name, which leads me to suspect that he, or indeed they, chose their own name. This is all fascinating. Truly fascinating, but perhaps we can return to the conversation to why we're here. Of course, Monsieur Volpes, we heard that you were investigating the murder at Les Halles. I was. That victim was a friend of Mercy's. More of an acquaintance, really? Well, we want to know if you managed to uncover anything. Did you find any leads? Any juicy clues? Not as such. It's quite a peculiar case. Did you hear that the murderer wore an eye patch? I did. You know what that implies, don't you, Falcon? You only know of one police officer, or indeed one person who wears an eye patch. And that is, of course, that guy. The inspector. But that can't be right. You wouldn't describe him as a murderous man, would you, Monsieur Volpes? Murderous, I don't know. He's certainly passionate about finding the Viridian Killer. Who's to say that he wouldn't kill in the pursuit of his arch-enemy? ... Falcon, I want to solve this mystery as much as you do, but time is pressing and we have other matters to attend to. We must take our leave. Understood. Until next time, Monsieur Volpes. Goodbye and good luck, Monsieur Falcon. It was a pleasure meeting you, madame. Monsieur Volpes, that lioness looked pretty angry. Is this revolution going to end in blood, Monsieur Volpes, just like in 1830? Oh. I think we should have one place left now. Yep. Off we go. The Palais Royal. Just look at that disgusting den of fat cat bourgeois and hypocritical politicians. The king is probably in there as we speak. Probably sitting in his high chair, stuffing his bloated face with cake and wine while he boasts about being the perfect citizen king. Did you come here just to moan about the king? No, I've come to assess the potential battleground. On the day of the rebellion, I might order Piero to set up a barricade over there. What do you think? There? Right outside the Palais Royal? Of course, it's the perfect place for a defensive garrison. We can gather furniture from nearby buildings, build a wall, and position rifles to fend off the police. When the time is right, it will serve as the ideal location to launch our assault on the palace. So you weren't just throwing empty words in the tavern. You actually do intend on dragging the king out of the palace through violence. Of course. He will never abdicate on his own volition. It's not as if I want to see bloodshed, Falcon. It's necessary. It's inevitable. I mean, we have to be realistic. There's no way to bring change to a country without using violence, is there? I think there are ways. People look back on the violent memories of history, moments of history, the executions, the wars, the bloody revolutions. But who's to say that a country could not be overturned just through the chance of the people? A pacifist revolution. Interesting. I would love for such a thing to be possible. Maybe. It would be better to avoid building the barricades. At least until it's clear that violence is inevitable. And that's good. That's a good compromise, madame. We're trying to, make this not terrible. So I think it was the 14th this was supposed to happen. This is it, Falcon. This is the day we make our stand. Everything is coming together. As we speak, Fontaine is gathering the protesters at the Place de la Concorde. Pierre is making preparations to build an armor barricade near the Palais Royal. Just as a precaution, you understand. The only question that remains is, are you ready? To be perfectly honest, no, I'm not ready at all. You want me to prosecute the King and Prime Minister if and when you drag them from the palace, right? Well, I've had no time to prepare. I have no evidence on hand. This whole trial is going to be one big fiasco. You're too fixated on the formalities, Falcon. This revolution will succeed and those in power will see justice. That's all that matters. But, madame, come on, let's see how the protest is going. Falcon and Beaumont arrive at the Place de la Concorde. The air is thick with chants, shouts and cheers of hundreds of protesters. A line of mounted soldiers stand shoulder to shoulder outside the entrance of Tuileries. This is amazing. I had no idea the Second Republic had this many supporters. But of course, you didn't think that we were just a few animals huddling in a cave, did you? The desire for revolution runs deep in the city. I see you over there. I see you. I see you. There he is. Everything's in place at the Palais Royal, ma'am. Just say the word and we'll set up the biggest barricade you've ever seen. Then we can all storm the building and drag that cocky king out of his chair. There's been a change of plan. We're still going to protest, but we're going to do it peacefully. No firing from behind barricades, no violence, no capturing the king or prime minister. Madame, are you feeling all right? Quite all right, thank you. What of your desire for a better France? You cannot achieve that without bloodshed. We certainly try. Falcon convinced me. Oh, we can certainly try. Falcon. Pacifism seems like the Christian approach, wouldn't you say, Friar? I mean, given the history of Christianity, not really. I see, so that's how it is. Excuse me, madame. Whoop! I think the friar disapproves of the new strategy. He probably thinks I've gone soft, and maybe I have. But I'm not deviating from this path, even if each and every rebel leaves my side. Don't worry, ma'am, you aren't alone.
We're not here for the violence, ma'am. As long as you strive for a better France, we'll always stand with you.
Oh, here we go.
Ugh, this stupid bullet wound. The damn thing's opened up again. What's the news, brother? Is everything in place? We have a problem. The mademoiselle refuses to use violence. She's turned timid. Turned timid? How? It appears that the lawyer Falcon is something of a lion tamer. J.J. Falcon, that bird is proving to be more trouble than the rooster, I swear. Brother, listen. If there is no violence, then there will be no power gap. One leader will just peacefully replace another. We need chaos for our plan to work. Guess we'll have to follow through with our contingency strategy. I'll find the victim, you'll find the suspect. Whoop. Don't push yourself, brother, you're still injured. Whoop.
Meanwhile,
Look at those scum, foul vermin, the lot of them. Mark my words, Sparrowson, every one of these petulant dissenters will take the first opportunity to turn aggressive. They lust for violence.
yeah, I can't speak to the game's historical political points of view on this era of France, but yeah, I don't know much about that at all. All I know, this game is a lot of fun, regardless of that. And it's populated with birds and other animals, so they don't look too violent to me.
Trust me, this is just how the crowd looked before the July Revolution. Otacon. Only takes one crazed individual, and the entire crowd will explode into a frenzy.
Hey, it's you!
Friar, it's good to see you again. No time for pleasantries, Inspector. You're needed urgently on the Place de la Concorde. Me? Why not ask one of the officers on active guard duty? There's no time to explain. Any minute now. Ah, do you hear that gunshot? It's already begun. Come on, Inspector, we must make haste.
Whoop! Inspector, I really don't think you should be trusting this Friar. He's a two-faced wolf.
Friar Remus has provided me with reliable information in the past. I trust his judgment.
Uh-oh. But Inspector...
This isn't up for discussion, Sparrowson. I have a duty to uphold.
Oh, that's totally fair, Roman Gore. Like, I'm sure that if I was up on my revolutionary French history, then I would probably have similar feelings. So that totally makes sense. But I have to confess I don't. I'm not, so... Welp. And he teleports away. But... What should I do now? What? A gunshot. It was nearby, too. So the Friar was right. Violence really is an inevitability. We haven't reached that stage yet, madame. I can't afford to take chances, not now. Piero, march the crowd to the Palais Royal and construct the barricade. Ah, shit. Yes, ma'am. Fontaine, Falcon, we're going to find the source of this disturbance. Oh.
It came from here, Inspector. Hurry, hurry. I'm moving as fast as these old legs will... Mon Dieu, a body! This woman must have been the target of the gunshot we just heard, but I don't see a shooter.
I think the gunshot came from over here. Inspector!
Falcon, well, I should have known that the Verdian killer would have had a part in this.
Inspector, I'm not... Zoop! Whoop! What do we have here? A filthy cop and a dead girl.
Madame, thank goodness you're here. I saw the whole thing. This poor innocent mademoiselle was approaching the police line with her hands in the air, when all of a sudden this brute of a police inspector yelled, "Get back, you filthy rebel!" He drew his gun and shot the bird point blank through her heart.
What is this nonsense? What are you... Oh, wait. Whoops, wrong one.
What is this nonsense? What are you prattling on about, Friar?
Thank you for your input, Remus. It hardly surprises me that a member of the police would be the one to cast the first stone. I think we're all being a little rash. Let's just take a breath, examine the situation, and...
Wait a moment, you wear an eye patch. You only have one eye, Inspector. How observant. Tell me, were you the policeman who killed the rat at Les Halles, too? Les Halles? What are you talking about? 2 incidents of a one-eyed policeman gunning down an innocent victim. There's no way that is a coincidence. What we have here is a filthy, corrupt individual who takes pleasure in oppressing the common citizen. Am I right, Inspector? I really shouldn't be surprised that a stupid rebel makes stupid assumptions and comes to stupid conclusions. But open your damned eyes, mademoiselle. I'm not the assailant here. Don't call me mademoiselle. Or stupid for that matter. Your guilt is plain to see. Given the circumstances, I ought to judge and execute you right here and now. Falcon, don't just stand there gawking. Vouch for me.
I don't think he did it. I mean, somebody set up us the bomb. Madame, I know this man. His name is Inspector Volerti. He is ruthlessly law-abiding, so much so that I can't envision him shooting a man without just cause. Oh, shut up, Falcon. I'm done with your idealism. I listened to you, I took your words to heart about avoiding violence, and now a girl is dead. Well, I'm done taking chances. Remus, help me escort this invalid to Piero's barricade. I'll decide his fate there.
With pleasure, madame. Oh, come along, Inspector.
Fontaine, Falcon, deal with the corpse. Meet us at the barricade when you're done. Hut. There's no way this was the work of the police.
Lord Falcon, I think you might be right. An isolated gunshot, this is that far away from the police line, it doesn't make any sense at all. That's rebellions for you, they're messy affairs. Sometimes innocents get caught in the crossfire, and there's no reason for it. Well, there's no use dawdling. Help me get the corpse off the streets.
Not yet. I'm going to examine the body first.
Examine the body?
We agree that this wasn't the work of Inspector Volerti, right? Then there might be some clues on the corpse that point towards what happened.
Impromptu coroner's examination, eh? Fine, you have 2 minutes. After that, we're heading to the barricade whether you're done here or not.
Check for a pulse. Right. No, nothing. Everyone's been so fixated on who did this that nobody stopped to ask who the girl was. I don't know.
I don't know, monsieur. Given her clothes, she's probably just another working girl.
Just another?
I didn't mean to sound glib, but it's true. This one mademoiselle, among thousands who live in Paris. Who was she? Where does she work? Will her family miss her? I don't know, but in the long run, I don't think anybody will care.
God damn. I care. I can't afford not to. I don't know who this mademoiselle was, but I'm going to see to it that justice is brought about for her death. Is that a handprint? Ah! It's the wrong hand.
Probably the mademoiselle's.
I don't think so. It is a handprint of a left hand on the girl's left shoulder. There's no way a person could comfortably reach that spot on their own back. I suppose
so, but if the handprint doesn't belong to the girl, then who does it belong to?
The murderer. It has to be. The question on my mind is, why is the handprint made in blood? Did the murderer sully their hand on the girl's gunshot wound, or were they injured prior to the shooting? There's so much to uncover here, and no time for a thorough investigation. It was the Wolf brother! I mean, obviously it was, but... This is the bullet wound, right? What can you tell me about it, Fontaine?
Well, it looks like the bullet took a fairly straight angle of entry through the mademoiselle's back. The shooter was probably standing right behind the victim.
What's the bullet size? You know, its caliber.
Let me guess, you're hoping that the caliber of the bullet is different to the caliber of the inspector's gun?
That would conveniently get that one-eyed police officer off the hook, wouldn't it?
I'm afraid I can't help you. I couldn't possibly know a bullet's caliber without having a good look at the bullet itself. As you can plainly see, the bullet is 3 centimeters deep in flesh.
Not to worry. Help me retrieve the bullet, Fontaine.
Retrieve? You mean dig it out?
I assume you have a little more experience in this area than I do.
Well, you're not wrong there. Fine, this will only take a moment.
Ugh. Ugh. Ew.
Here we go, one used bullet. Looks like a standard lead rifle or pistol ball, but I'm afraid I can't tell you its caliber.
Why is that?
The bullet fragmented upon impact, monsieur. I gathered all the pieces. I can't assess its diameter with any accuracy. So I would guess that it was 13 to 17 millimeters. Sorry that I can't be more specific.
That's an enormous help. Thank you, monsieur. Anything else? So we did there. I think that's everything.
Very good. Let's move this body off the street. Then we must hurry to the Palais Royal.
Rest in peace, mademoiselle. I'll see to it that justice is done. Everything's going just as planned. Madame's probably fuming right now. She'll attack the Palais Royal and the Prime Minister will flee. And then... Excuse me, monsieur. What do you want? I'm busy. Don't you recognize me, monsieur? I know that my disguises are a little more complex than yours, but I assume that you would recognize Prince Juan when you saw him. You're Prince Juan? Indeed, and you're Judge Romulus, the corrupt wolf. I know what you did. You tried to assassinate the king, you shot the croque monsieur, and just moments ago, I saw you murder a maiden at the Place de la Concorde. You truly are a vile individual, aren't you? Yeah. As if you have any proof for any of that stuff. I'm out of here. I also know that you're one half of the Viridian Killer. On any other day, I would gut you where you stand, Fox. But as it happens, I'm a little busy today. Oh, the Viridian Killer is too busy to kill me? Is that the truth, or is that bullet wound of yours starting to affect your prowess? You must have lost an awful lot of blood. Sparrowson! What do I do? Oh, hello, Monsieur Valpus. Ah, Monsieur Sparrowson. Perfect timing. Who now? Oh, you're that fledgling. I guess this is what they call being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Huh? Monsieur Sparrowson, be a dear and help me restrain the Viridian Killer. This guy, he's the Viridian Killer. He looks more like Judge Romulus to me. Well, you would be right about that too. Wow, so he's 2 scumbags in one. Alright then. Hood. Ow! Mind. Oh, whoops. Ow! Mind the wound! Quit your whining, Your Honor. Very nice. Take it down, Mr. Sparrowson. You may want to check his pockets for weapons. He is something of a notorious killer, after all. Of course, let's see what we've got here. Aha, here we are. A pistol, probably the one used to kill the maiden, I suspect. What else can you find, Monsieur Sparrowson? This and an eye patch? Weird. What would this wolf want with an eye patch? Oh no, this is bad, very bad indeed. I don't get it. What's wrong with an eye patch? There's no time to explain. Mousy! What is it, Monsieur Valpis? What is it? Take this eye patch to JJ Falcon. If my fears are correct, he'll be somewhere around the Palais Royal right now. Tell him that this belongs to Remus's brother. Hurry now. Hurry. Right away, Monsieur Valpis, right away! Phoom! I must go too. I need to find the other half of the Viridian killer pair before something terrible happens. Wait, Monsieur Valpis, what am I supposed to do with this guy? You have his gun, don't you? March that wolf to the nearest police station and collect your reward for capturing Judge Romulus. Pachoom. What a strange day. Outside the Palais Royal, the rebels have constructed a makeshift barricade out of furniture, branches, rocks, and anything else they can find. From behind the wall, the rebels taunt the police and royal guards with chants. I'm growing impatient, pig. Confess your crimes. I have nothing to confess, you filthy rebel. You and all your rebel friends, however, should confess to 1,000 counts of treason and public disorder. I will see each and every one of you hanged for your flagrant disregard of the law. Your stubborn attitude is disgusting. A few days ago you were seen at Le Halles. Witnesses saw you murder a beggar in cold blood. Today a friar has testified to seeing you murder a girl, again completely unprovoked. I don't know why you would continue to plead your innocence. But it doesn't matter. I don't need a confession to know that you're a killer. Madame Beaumont, stop! The inspector didn't shoot that man, Brazil. Keep your beak closed, Rogue Falcon. I'm done listening to your suggestions. This policeman is guilty, as every other monster in our decrepit justice system. It is my duty to execute him. Madame Falcon has uncovered some pretty convincing evidence. I would recommend that you hear him out. Please, just give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes and I can convince you of this inspector's innocence. 5 minutes is precious in a time like this. I can't afford it. What if you're wrong? Are you willing to see another dead innocent? Thank you, madame. Having my life saved by the Viridian killer. How humiliating. Quiet, pig. Your life is mine until I say otherwise. Okay, so first of all, let's recap on what Friar Remus had to say. Wait, where is that friar? He's a key witness to this crime. He scarpered as soon as he dropped the inspector off. Said he had some business to attend to. Business? Oh man, those barricades are looking pretty scary. But I mustn't fear, for I am a brave duck. I am the great Officer Beck, handsome, intelligent, strong, truly a fearless hero. He will be remembered for... Hello, officer. Ah, you scared me, monsieur. Monk? Friar, actually. Friar Remus. Listen, officer, I have something of great importance to tell you. I was just passing by the rebel camp, and I overheard a conversation. Oh, this sounds good. Do go on. They said they were going to launch an assault very soon, and when they do, they're going to rain hellfire on this place. On the palace. Whoops. Oh no, it's just as I feared. What'll we do? Oh my god. What? Nope. 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 What'll we do? So bad. It's simple, officer. As soon as you hear the first gunshot, you need to retaliate. Hit them with everything you've got. Every cannon, every rifle, every piece of artillery. Don't leave a single piece of the barricade remaining. That is the only way you can be sure to survive. Ah, total annihilation. I like it. But Friar, I'm confused. Aren't you a Christian?
Yes, so what?
I don't know. It's just that your idea doesn't seem very, Christian or peaceful. Crip, I missed that.
Ah, I see. You think this is a moral issue. Let me tell you a secret, my dearest duck friend. There is no God, no overarching morality or higher plan, no heaven to save the righteous or hell to punish the sinners. There is only you, your artillery, and 10,000 rebels who want to dine on Peking duck tonight. Understand?
Oh, that's an awful lot to take in.
Then let me simplify. It's you or them.
It's me or them. Forget about the Friar, Falcon. We all remember what he had to say. Present your case based on what you can recall. Okay, I will. But you may want to wipe that mouse off your shoulder first. Sorry, wipe what? Oh, it's you, Mousy. Whoops. Knock the microphone there. Monsieur Falcon, special delivery from Renard Vulpes. Thank you, Mousy. What is this? An eye patch. It was found in Remus's brother's clothing. Remus's brothers. This is an eye patch belonging to Judge Romulus. That's interesting. Where is Romulus? There's no time, monsieur. Just take it. Take it. Eye patch in inventory. Evidence folder. After all, monsieur, but you have to do your best. Monsieur Vulpes and Sparrowson believe in you. Sparrowson, you've seen Sparrowson. How is he? There's no time, monsieur. Good luck. Pew. Are you quite done, Falcon? Very much so. Let's begin this trial. Okay, so let's remember what the friar said. Friar Remus claimed that the girl was shot point blank in the chest. The girl was clearly shot in the back. I know, I remember seeing the bullet wound for myself. But that's quite a glaring inaccuracy in the wolf's testimony. It is an inaccuracy, but it is an irrelevant inaccuracy. Does it really matter if the girl was shot in the front or the back? Either way, a girl died at this pig's hands. It does matter. It does matter. If the girl was shot from the front, then this might indicate a police confrontation that turned ugly. But if she was shot in the back, then what? This could indicate that someone targeted and assassinated her before she could even react. That doesn't paint the inspector in a particularly flattering light, Falcon. Madame, you're missing the point. A shot to the back that breaks the currently established narrative. The girl was targeted and murdered in a stealthy professional attack. Therefore, this is not an ordinary police confrontation. You've made an assumption, Falcon. You've assumed that just because the girl was shot in the back, she must have been stealthily killed. There are other possibilities. Perhaps the girl was scared by police and started running away, and was shot in the back as she fled. That scenario isn't possible. If the girl were running away, then she would have been at least a couple of steps away from the killer at the time of the shooting, right? Right. But I know that the killer was standing right behind the victim. They were less than a meter apart when the gun was fired. They were standing that close? How could you possibly know that, Falcon? Bloody handprint, I think. We saw a bloodied handprint on the girl's shoulder. What do you make of that, madame? Well, I assume any bloody stain would belong to the victim. A mark made with the girl's dying breath, perhaps. No, it was the print of a left hand on the girl's left shoulder near her upper back. The angle and positioning of the print indicate that it could only have been caused by another person. That's why I'm so certain the killer was right behind the girl at the time of the attack. I see, that's quite a theory. But Falcon, you've left an important question unanswered. Why was the handprint bloody? The print was made with the victim's blood, yes, so it can't possibly have been made prior to the shooting. The killer must have wiped his hand on the girl's clothing after she had already died. And if that's the case, then my suggested scenario is still possible. The girl may have been running from the police when she was shot. No. I'm still trying to work out the details. But I know the print was made prior to the shooting. Maybe the shooter was injured, and his hand was already covered in blood. You talk big about breaking the established narrative, and now you present me with that baseless drivel? Well, how does this handprint nonsense really affect the situation? Uh-oh. Heh. you find something funny about this situation, Inspector?
I do. This whole trial is patently absurd. It's an animal court through and through. But there is something particularly funny about that last exchange. You were both so focused on when and how this handprint was made that you missed the larger issue. I don't have a left hand, you idiots! I couldn't possibly have left that mark.
Exactly. Oh, right, of course. Well, madame, what do you say to that?
Maybe the handprint came from an accomplice, or maybe it had nothing to do with the incident, or...
It feels good to see someone else speculating wildly for a change. Okay, fine, I don't have a solid explanation. I must concede that it's possible, maybe even likely, that the person who left that mark was the murderer. Therefore, as much as it pains me to say it, I must concede that the inspector probably did not shoot the girl. So that's it, the inspector is off the hook. No, there's still the matter of the incident at Les Halles.
What incident is this? I know nothing about it.
Ha! As if you don't know. A beggar rat was shot and killed in Les Halles a few days ago. The attacker was described as a scowling police officer who wore an eye patch. Sound familiar to you? Go on, Falcon. Explain the pig out of this one. Until 5 minutes ago, I was at a loss. But I was recently presented with a piece of evidence that makes the answer all too clear. This was a false flag operation. False flag? Explain yourself, Falcon. Eye patch! Madame, what do you know about Remus's twin brother, the man known as Romulus? Not much, only that he was forced to flee the country by our oppressive government around a month ago. That's a half-truth, madame. You see, it is correct that Romulus is being hunted by the police. But I've had the suspicion that the wolf was lurking in Paris itself, although I never managed to find definitive proof of this. Anyway, it turns out that my suspicion was well-founded. He was recently apprehended, I think. You think? I don't know the details, but it doesn't matter. What's important is a reliable friend found this on Romulus's person just moments ago. An eye patch. Romulus has perfect vision. Why would he need something like this? There is only one plausible explanation. It is part of a disguise. Something to conceal his identity and make him appear as somebody else. A disguise? You're saying that Romulus shot the beggar rat just to frame this police inspector? Exactly, madame. It's no coincidence that Frere Remus happened to find the very same inspector just as another murder occurred today. So, Remus was in on it too. Two wolves working together to make this policeman look like a murderer. But why? Why would they do that? To rile you up, madame, to make you lust for violence. And if your actions today are anything to go by, I would say that they succeeded. Damn, I've been so stupid. How did I let myself get so misled by a couple of wolves? This trial is over. Go, Inspector, you're free.
It's about time.
You're letting him walk, ma'am. Of course, it would be criminal to confine an innocent man any longer than necessary, even if the man is a bitter, stubborn pig.
Falcon!
Yes?
I don't understand you. You're stupid, you're reckless, but you fought Beacon Talon for my freedom. I'm starting to suspect you really aren't the Viridian killer at all.
It certainly took a long time to pass that fact through your thick skull. Inspector, if you're still hunting that villain, maybe you should speak with Renard Vulpes, when this is all over, I mean. I hear he's been doing some research into the Viridian killer. Maybe he knows something.
Maybe I will. Madame, it appears that your gang of rebel filth don't intend on assaulting the palace anytime soon. I'll relay that information to the artillerymen. Maybe we can keep a peaceful standoff going until this blows over.
Oh. Ah, sorry, uncomfortable. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that.
All of you, stay out of trouble.
So, what happens now, ma'am? We're going to continue our protest peacefully. We're going to stand here chanting and shouting until the Prime Minister and the King both step down out of sheer humiliation. It might take days, weeks, but if we manage to change this country without one more person being harmed, then... Uh-oh! Oh, actually, one sec. I'm going to take a quick break. I need to... I'll be right back. I just need to take a quick break. Don't go away. BRB. Alright, that was actually just a quick bathroom break. I was like, okay, gotta go now. I feel like we're near the end of this, so we'll keep going. We can probably finish this today, this ending. Maybe we'll see what we do after that.
Well, well, look who returned. Madame, I just saw the police inspector strolling out of here unharmed. Why did you let him go?
That's simple, Remus. We all had a discussion. Oh, and we came to the conclusion that I had been misled by a couple of wolves.
Oh!
How many lives have you fed me, Friar? How much damage have you done to further your own goals? Did you help your brother kill the beggar rat in Les Halls? Did you watch the girl die by the Place de la Concorde? Now that I think about it, even the Croque Monsieur's death was surrounded by details that made little sense. I don't know what to think anymore. You know that guy's a scumbag at least, ma'am. I say shoot him.
Pierrot's right. We won't judge you for killing this man, madame.
It's the least I deserve for my sins. Go ahead, madam.
Madame.
What are you waiting for? Pull the trigger! Do it! Do it now.
Falcon, you have proven yourself as having clear judgment. What do you say?
Ooh.
Do we shoot him or not shoot him? Oh, right! When they hear the first gunshot, artillery fire happens. Let him live. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I got there, we got there, we got there. Everything's okay. Madam, you know what the right thing to do is. Show us what kind of leader you wish to be. You're right. I said that this will be a bloodless revolution, and I can't make any exceptions. Not even for a monster like this wolf.
Wow, this is amazing! Completely unprecedented. You've buckled all of my expectations, avoided every temptation, and opted for an option that shouldn't even exist. Well done, madame. Well done, Falcon. You've demonstrated the power of pacifism in its purest form.
That's...
But unfortunately for both of you...
Oh no.
I'm no pacifist.
Everyone, get down! Suicide. Shooting himself in the head? What a loony.
Hardly a surprise. The wolf would be too cowardly to face a real punishment.
This isn't right. It's not the solution I wanted either, Falcon, but I can't say I'll mourn the friar's death. No, that's not what I meant. I meant that it doesn't make sense for him to kill himself so abruptly. And that comment of his, it was almost like, I think we need to get out of here, all of us, right now. Falcon, what are you talking about? Ah, that was a gunshot. Really close too. I can't afford to hesitate. It's me or them.
Officer, hold your fire.
No way. I can't afford to take chances. It's me or them. It's me or them. Fire every cannon.
No. No.
No. Ruined. We have been ruined. Oh no. Top, top, top. Bad end. Can anyone hear me? Pierrot, Fontaine. Hello? Anyone? I'm here, madame. Falcon. Of all the people, I think I made a mistake, Falcon. Where did I go wrong? Was it when I lost my temper over seeing that dead girl? Was it earlier when I shot that prosecutor? Was it earlier still when I first listened to that monstrous friar in the first place? I've made a lot of mistakes. We've all made mistakes, madame. Most people's mistakes don't spark bloody revolutions. Can you move, madame? I don't think so. Give me a minute. I think I can clear some of this rubble. Hop! Oh man. Yeah, bad end. Definitely bad end. Hmm? Hmm? Dear Monsieur Valpers, I am writing you from the Demiao Railway Express. Modern technology truly is amazing. I've decided to take your advice and have gone on vacation until things settle down. The King fleeing to Britain, the Second Republic taking over, it's all crazy stuff. Anyway, before I left, you asked if I knew what happened to Falcon. Well, I got my hands on a copy of the official police report, and it says that Falcon died during the attack on the barricade. But it also says that police didn't find a body, same as Leonie Beaumont. Weird, huh? Rumour is he was probably blown away by cannon fire, but that doesn't sound right to me. Falcon I knew was tough and intuitive. I think he found a way to escape and survive. So in my opinion, he's still out there. It's possible, isn't it? Anyway, I should wrap this letter up because I'm about to reach my stop, Vienna. I'll let you know how Mademoiselle Signy and her parents are doing. Maybe you should come pay a visit at some time. Send my regards to Mousy. Yours sincerely, Sparrowson. P.S. I see a person selling Milliram strudel. What is it? PPS delicious, that's what. Oh, Sparrowson, never change. A game by... there we go, that's the bad end. Oh, man. Based on the characters and art of J.J. Granville. And the compositions of Camille Saint-Saëns. I'm not sure how. Design program written by Jeremy Noghani. Animated, written and tested by Mandy Lennon. Ah. Produced by Lynn Holland. I guess it is Jonathan Creek, isn't it? Tested and edited by Dave Chung and Imitaz Roof. Additional character designs by Fox, Mithra and Annie. Nice. Special thanks to Patient. Oh right, this was kickstarted. I've forgotten about that. Finn. You have reached the end of Route C, Fraternity. The ending you received was determined by the decisions you made in Chapter 3. Try tackling the trial in the catacombs differently in order to see a different ending. Thank you for playing Aviary Attorney. Alright, that'll do us for Aviary Attorney today, at least. So yeah, there we go. That was Aviary Attorney. Bad end, really. Because, here we go, look. Yeah, we went through that one. So there's two other potential endings. And yeah, we'll probably do that on Thursday, actually. Actually, depending on how long they take, that might work out perfectly then, because if we can do those two on Thursday, then that means Friday we don't have to worry about not finishing the game. We can just play XCOM 2. Ha ha ha. Oh, it's Sansons. Oh, of course, right. Thank you, Magnum Pixel. I apologise for my terrible French pronunciation in general. So there you go. That'll be it from me today. We went a bit long, but we were able to because I didn't have to worry about checkpoint because that's not happening today. And yeah, Fridays. I think Friday is going to be XCOM day. We can do some XCOM 2 on Friday, and I can put patrons through their paces against the aliens. Right. Well, like I said, that's the end of the stream. Thank you everybody for watching. If you want to support the stream, you can. There's a stream tip link below for a one-time thing, but there's also the patreon.com/CWH which supports this and my other projects like Fast Get Rewatch. I want to actually bring something up just quickly. I don't know if I was clear about this, and I may have made a mistake in one of the posts, or I think during the episode, but there isn't a Fast Get Rewatch this week. We take 2 weeks off, as in there isn't an episode for 2 weeks, and then we come back so that we have and we're also, so that we take the time off, and we're also building up a buffer as well. So there will be a new episode of Fast Get Rewatch. Season 2 will start next week. There you go. And yeah, and so I will sort something out by Friday. I don't have something yet, but I will sort that out. Don't you worry. I'll populate it with. I think what I'll probably do is like get the idea is to first point of call is patrons, and just put them all in order, and see if anyone has anything specific. If they're not there, then they will probably just get put in. But maybe I'll work something out. Actually, no, I know what I can do. I can create something, create a Google form, and send it round to all the patrons on Patreon and stuff. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like something I could do. So yeah, we'll sort something out by Friday for people for XCOM. But I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, you can also find me on YouTube and Twitter, and more importantly, carmelhats.co.uk for everything. And if someone can fire off the end stream command, !end stream, that'll give you the links you need there. Alright, so thanks everyone for watching. I'll be back on Thursday where we'll probably just go through the other endings of Aviary Attorney, and then Friday will be XCOM time. Yeah. It's gonna be good. Up next, you can watch the Loading Ready run is going live in about 15 minutes or so, with some tech stuff. It's about how they do the card capturing, which is pretty cool. Alright, and I'll see you all soon. Have a good week. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye-bye.